Welcome to Funny Liquid against Kylo in the semifinals of the winner bracket of Valhalla Mixed. And Kylo forgot his mods. Funny Liquid as the Red Berbers. And Kylo with the excuses and the Saracens. Okay, they re.
Okay, Kylo is not taking any chances with his king. He's just going to garrison him, keep him safe.
They said re? No, okay. Ah, they're not gonna re. Ah. Kylo loses the first game always anyway, so it doesn't really matter if he has mods or not. Funny's exploring with his king, I'm sure, right? He always in free fall always has his king outside. You can also push deer with the king.
Deer's pretty far though. The deer's quite far actually.
Yeah. Also only badge of 3 because it's still like KOTD Arabia, right? I think there's always only 3 on Arabia nowadays.
I don't know. I don't really play Arabia anymore.
Are you just playing Black Forest or Arena?
I don't know. I just play anything I can be bothered to play. It's just not Arabia. Nomad, Black Forest, Land Nomad.
Land Nomad's cool. So let's take a look at the build orders. We have 4 on wood for Funny. And I guess also 4 for Kylo. So Kylo's probably not gonna try to go Mamelukes, which wouldn't make sense anyways, right? And there's even a second lumber camp. So he's definitely gonna go for some military buildings instead of just making units from the castle. Do you think Funny's gonna make stable, or do you think he's just gonna get start with the Camel Archers?
Gotta make stable. Short-lived bloodlines, husbandry.
Yeah.
But
I think
I
probably
think the standard is. Oh, king is pushing the deer, as you rightly called.
Yep. Standard is.
Here we go. There we go. Beautiful. So 5 on gold straight away.
Yeah,
it's gonna be just kind of usual fast castle on a Regicide, isn't it?
Yeah. Funny's absolutely fast castling here. 20 villagers, then sending 4 or 5 to gold to get the 200 gold. So 5 indicates he wants to get loom. If you don't want to get loom, then you force enough.
Funny has lamed Kylo of 2 turkeys. No gobble for him. He's looking. He's feeling it. He's just gonna miss it. He's got no chance.
No. You might be a little bit behind. Maybe try going to live again. I don't know.
No, I'm live.
Funny scout missing Kylo's villager there. Could have gotten a will pick on that. Kylo does not have loom, as
especially with the
usual.
lack of loom.
Because in Regicide you start without gold, so it's pretty hard to get loom. And Kylo a little bit behind, went up with 21 villagers, so reasonable.
That is 1 dead villager. Two dead villagers.
It's only 1. No, now the hill bonus, oh yeah. Nice microphone, Funny. Kylo not noticing. That's huge. Kylo's trying to wall up his back. And Funny is Blacksmith Market. So it is Camel Archers to start off. Didn't go for Rex and stable. Probably add a stable later to get bloodlines, because I think Camel Archers kinda profit a lot from bloodlines, if I'm correct. Oh, and he's luring the scout into the castle.
I mean, he's already got enough value from the scout. I would just auto scout this now and just get the map information.
You could also click it around the map. Oh, Kylo gets a revenge pick here on the villager.
2
Funny, oh god, he gets 2! Okay, now they both got 2. That was super unnecessary. Funny could have just run a little bit back into the castle range. Just picked it up outside. Funny is on the way to Castle Age though, while Kylo is...
Also on the way to Castle Age.
No.
Albeit a few seconds behind.
Also with Blacksmith Market though, right? And now the only military buildings that the people have right now can produce Mamelukes versus Camel Archers.
I hope Kylo realizes Mamelukes are going to lose that hard.
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering too, right? Does Kylo know how this matchup goes? Because I was also tending to think that the Camel Archers would shred, and you do too. I think we even saw it in the deathmatch tournament a few days ago. When Harry
it
was
gets
playing
even worse.
Mamelukes.
Like once they get Fletching, Bodkin, Thumbring, like the Mamelukes will very rarely be able to even touch them.
Yeah, I mean, like it's kind of hard for them to get the stable and the. Well, I guess Funny is going for stable now, but he still needs a range to get Thumbring, so that's a little bit away. Oh, the king! The king!
Oh, it's fine.
It'll be fine, but
it's just giving him a little love tap.
Attack.
Putting him in his place. Go back to your castle.
Yeah, Kylo's laughing about it. Kylo still
was there any reason for his king to be out? I mean, maybe he was just... I mean, I know he lost his scout, but he's pretty much figured out where his borders are.
I think Funny just likes to live dangerous.
Get the cardio in on the king.
Yeah, I mean, like, when we were playing free-falls, Funny's also always letting his king just stand outside the TC instead of putting it in. I guess it's because it's easier to garrison villages than to kill the boars. But it always looks risky too.
We've got 2 Mamelukes queued up, we've got 3 Camel Archers queued up.
Oh god. Oh god.
Yeah, that's what Kylo's going to be saying very soon.
Bodkin is in as well. I mean, we're getting attack upgrades for the Mamelukes too. They're ranged units, so they kind of want the attack upgrades. How much pierce armor do they have? Oh, 0. Yeah, doesn't look too promising. Also, Kylo doesn't have a stable, so can't even go bloodlines.
Can't even produce villages either at the moment.
Yeah, true. Mamelukes also A, cost food, and B, cost a lot of food. Well, actually, I think only 60... It's the same as a knight? No, it's 5 more than a knight, I think. It's 5 more on both. No, it's 85 gold. Oh, I don't know. How much does a Mameluke cost?
585. So, yeah. I don't know, I mean, maybe if you had some monks in there to heal, to convert, that might make a difference. But look at the damage bonus those Camel Archers do.
Cavalry Archer 4, right? And I think it counts as a... Does it count as a Cavalry Archer? Mamelukes are always weird. They have their own armor class, so I'm not sure if it's a Camel Archer bonus damage or if it's an extra Mameluke bonus damage, but that doesn't seem to be listed. I think they got the full 4, right?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they're classed as Cav Archers.
Can you maybe lower your threshold on Discord a little bit or so? Because you're always cutting off a little bit at the start and the end of your sentence.
Oh, so now people want to hear me. That's how it is. I see.
Yeah, Funny's going around here. We'll find 2 villages on the wood line. Philo does have Loom now, but that's not gonna help him much. 1 goes down. Might save that one.
There we go. I toned it down a little bit.
Perfect. That sounds better.
Just let me know if I cut out at the end.
Nope, I don't think you're cutting out anymore. That's perfect now. Mameluke counterattack. He has the numbers, so the Mameluke bonus damage still is huge, though.
It is. And the cool thing is, Mamelukes, they can get through buildings much quicker than Camel Archers can.
The king! The king! What is Funny doing? His king is trying to mine gold! The Mamelukes could snipe that!
He's noticed it, I think he's noticed it. The king's doing a little dance, so...
Yeah, he's stuck in there!
Oh man, that could have been over, like...
Oh, yeah!
If Kylo just doubled back there.
Yeah. Funny is in the back of Kylo's base, so Kylo's also distracted. But Funny's about to run into the castle, no! This is 1 Camel Archer. Mamelukes still roaming around here. I mean, the problem with Mamelukes is also their range, right? The Camel Archers have a way easier time picking villagers because they have more range. But actually, like, in Castle Age, it seems like the Mamelukes are eating the Camel Archers here if they get in range.
Definitely does. I mean, I still feel like, just from raw stats, the Mamelukes look better, but I feel like the Camel Archers should be performing better.
Yeah.
But maybe that's just lack of ballistics and...
Yeah, it's probably just like... I know post-imp, right? In DM, we saw the Camel Archers winning, I think. But might all be different in Castle Age. I mean, not too many people explore Castle Age unique unit versus unique unit matchups, really. It's only a Regicide thing.
Kylo's got this one villager just holding a bunch of gold in the middle of the map. Well, to the left of his base. Oh, there we go. She's doing stuff again.
Ah, I was looking for her. Funny has 2 TCs, and villager count is 3 behind for him though. As the Eco KD is actually in favor of Kylo, so the Mameluke raids did more. Scouts finally went down. Funny can't really produce from his TCs either. It's more for protection maybe.
I feel like Kylo's in a bit of a doesn't know what to do here situation. Does he boom? Does he aggress? But he needs to make a decision sooner rather than later because Funny's already decided he's dropping the TCs. He's gonna boom.
Yeah. Funny likes 2 TCs. I don't know if they will add a 3rd. He's barely on wood, which is a problem for Camel Archer.
He's on wood now.
I guess. Oh, okay, now it's 12. The sneaky gold from Kylo. I don't think Funny's gonna go there, right? It's like 9 gold miners, kind of safe just by being somewhere else.
I mean, Funny's already scouted it, so if he gets an inclination that maybe he's over there, he might just go have a little snoop.
No. Yeah, that would be devastating. Funny's walling here. Probably walling back is more important. You have the castle there. Just wall to the castle. It's still open around the lake anyways.
Kylo's got... Did we miss a raid on the wood line there? I see a lot of dead bodies.
Oh yeah, on Funny's wood line? Looks like it. Maybe it was Camel Archers though. There's also villagers garrisoned. We didn't miss a recent raid on villagers because it's still 4 to 6 eco KD. I think it might have been 2 Camel Archers dying there. Or more. There's a lot of bodies. Funny's trying to get in here. He hasn't found the gold miners yet. Whose position would you favor right now?
I mean, regardless of the score, I prefer Funny's position. The 2 TCs, you know, like the lack of damage that the Mamelukes can do to you right now.
Oh.
You know, if just given time, you should pull ahead.
There's bloodlines coming in for Funny now, really late after having the stable, but he's gonna be the first one to it. Let's see.
And now
military building for Kylo still.
Now he's gonna play with the Mamelukes.
I think he might lose them, right? Can't simply go out, and that's a ton of Mamelukes.
I mean, there are a lot of weak Mamelukes in there, though. He could take all of the weak ones down.
True.
But
Shooting
he's not even gonna put up a fight.
Looks like the Mamelukes are also faster. 1.4 speed? Mamelukes are hella fast. Mamelukes have the same speed as Camel Archers. I didn't know that Mamelukes were faster than...
I mean, they are camels.
Yeah, true. I mean, both of them are camels, yeah.
But they are chunky camels. Like, they are big camels compared with the other ones.
Yeah, they look so fat, right? They shouldn't be faster than knights.
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's all hair, right? On these type of camels. It's basically not really fat. Maybe just the guy is fat on it. Maybe he just has fat axes. I'm not sure.
Alright, let's see. What's Kylo gonna do here? What can he do? He's gonna see the TC and bail out.
Does he have armor? 1 armor upgrade.
TC gets 2 kills.
Funny's getting husbandry now.
That's kind of important, yeah. It's gonna make a massive difference.
Then he can kite the Mamelukes with the Camel Archers, right? And that's... I mean, unless... Kylo has a stable up, I think, by now, so he could also afford husbandry soon, and then it's like the same situation again, but the window where he could kite would be really nice for Funny. Funny just saying sorry, go. Okay, should resume.
I mean, the one thing you'll notice is Funny is now banking stone, so I think he's going to get his second castle and double his production on these Camel Archers.
Also some more protection from the Mamelukes, right? Because they don't have the most amazing range, so castle here on the... Probably in the middle of the 2 TCs even would protect the gold. And the stone. Or do you think he's gonna drop it more forward?
I think I would just play defensive at this point. Like, you could easily be denied by the Mamelukes if you try and go forward with the castle. But if he just drops it mildly more defensive, it's Gucci.
Yeah, the Mamelukes are more like the knights, right? More like the map control unit. And the Camel Archers are Camel Archers, so they also have to run from fights, so they can't as well control a position. Like a very fixed position where you want to place a building. Wheelbarrow coming in for funny. Eco upgrade situation, well, similar so far. Both have few late upgrades.
Okay, now Kylo's going for a second TC.
Yeah. On stone, so he also wants another Mameluke protection building.
It's a mirror matchup almost.
Yeah.
But Kylo is massively behind in the game plan. You're somehow massively ahead in score.
His units are more value, right?
Yeah.
I think that must be a 2.5 against 1.5 value, military value. Because these guys are way more expensive than 60-30, right? Which I believe are Camel Archers. And Kylo can't really seem to find much damage here. As Funny's pulling ahead in the village kitty. And going in once again. I think Funny's feeling fully comfortable now. Might lose a villager there. They're pretty good at getting through houses.
But that villager, he's hauling it. He's so fast. But he's not faster than a knife.
Not far. Mamelukes now also have husbandry 1.54 on both units. Oh god, Cuddy is trying! Funny's going for it. Look at that.
Oh, he knows the Mamelukes aren't at home.
Can they loop around?
They can be at home very quickly though.
Yeah, they could be home in time, but I mean that's a lot of Camel Archers, 14.
I mean, running it with the Camel Archers kind of forces Kylo to bring his Mamelukes back.
Yeah, that's actually what you don't want to do right now, right?
Yeah, you want them in your base causing havoc. 15 Mamelukes versus 14 Camel Archers.
He's committing 15 villages to it. He really wants to get that up. With 15 villages, I think he's going to get it up. But he's gonna lose all his Camel Archers for it. Oh, there's another batch of Mamelukes! This could be Freddy throwing the game!
I think, yeah, take the villagers.
Yeah.
Then take the Camel Archers.
Oh god, no! Yeah, I don't think that's going up. And that's 15 villager losses, right? Would he send 15 villagers forward equals 50 dead ones? 82, 83, 80. Not gonna even get to 90%, I believe. No, 85. Feels bad, man. Should have dropped it at home, like we said. At least he still has his Camel Archers.
He's not having any of that. He's gonna try and wall that castle in.
Makes sense. One Camel Archer stopping him from, though.
I'm expecting the 23 villagers on gold here to go forward and get that castle up.
All of them.
Oh, I almost called it.
Oh, okay. Okay, he decides a little less. 10 must suffice. He only needs some hammers. How are the walls? Okay, now 3 more villagers to get the walls up, but I believe the Camel Archers might snipe them. Not really. Oh god, if Funny loses 10 more villagers here. He was still fine actually after losing the initial 15. He still had a villager lead and an army lead after that. But he's taking a ton of risks here.
He could buy stone, do another castle in range of the first one.
Yeah, they get both up, yeah. But, I mean, can he? Is it easier to get that one than that one? The walls aren't finished, so he can go for that one. The Mamelukes, kind of doing it so well with the Mamelukes in the right position, so the villagers can never go for it.
Oh, I think this is going up now.
Away.
Oh, the villagers have gone to the wrong side.
91, the Camel Archers are not fighting. 95, 96, 97, I think it's going up.
That is diabolical.
99.53%. Oh god. Couldn't be any more doubty.
I mean, this is going great for Kylo now.
Yeah, Kylo was. They had not. If Funny just played the castle at home, this game's over. Now the villager count is actually Kylo ahead because Funny lost so much trying to get the castle up. I still think late game probably Funny's better off.
Is going for him. What I would suspect is a castle. I would to the right on that TC would be where I would probably drop it. But he really wants that castle up.
No.
There we go. That's what he should have done originally.
Okay.
But
Yeah,
Kylo's going to see it again.
Go up? Is that gonna go up?
See it again.
Funny, no shit. This can't be real. It's the third time he gets a castle denied. One at 99.53% from that twice, and now we have one at 35. I mean, his Camel Archers numbers are still looking good. He just can't get any castle up. Let's make one at home. Now he's going for the other one. He doesn't know it's walled in. No, he doesn't. I could assume it's walled in though.
I mean, he should probably just build 2 petards.
Yeah.
From this new castle.
And then send one villager and click it up when Kylo's not there with his army.
But this is Kylo's military numbers done now. Once these Mamelukes die, he's got nothing.
Yeah. I think Funny's still winning the game, even though he kind of lost the villagers on 3 castles. I mean, this villager count is looking bad now. And he's not getting it up again! Don't tell me!
Well, he's just trying to bait the Mamelukes till so they die. There we go.
For the price of 40 villagers for now. Okay, the Mamelukes are all gone though. And the castle is and probably the other one will also be up now. Is he making petards? He's making petards, yes!
There we go. 2 petards, send 1 bill, tap it up.
Right call.
Mission accomplished. At what cost? Everything.
At the cost of, I think he lost 4. No, he lost 7 villagers before. He lost 32 villagers during this whole journey.
Look at Kylo's resources and look where Funny's going right now.
Yeah. That's good macro behind, even though you can throw 32 villagers. You're still up to him first. And I guess Camel Archers are not smashing Mamelukes that hard as we thought, but they're still super cost effective. And there we go with the petards. Boom. And 1 doink. Oh, yeah. 1 hammer. And it's up. Man, Funny did everything to throw this game. Still didn't manage. I mean, he also played this macro really nicely. Don't just want to play him, but it looked so bad.
I was thinking about the relics as well. I like it when people think about the relics. It makes me a happy person.
Nope. Let's be coming up. And Kylo just has made a castle at home and is making more Mamelukes, but do you think you're gonna GG in 5 seconds?
I don't know, because Trebs is like, they die to Mamelukes hard.
That's true. Kylo probably thinks Funny has way less villagers as well. Like, he knows how many he killed, right? He's not assuming that Funnel Liquid still has 70. I mean, Kylo has a big villager, dude.
Yeah, I mean, he knows how many he's killed. He can see the score. He can see his aim, so he knows he's not going to have that many vills at home. And this scouting is going to confirm that for him as well. He's going to confirm the TC count.
He knows it's 2 still. He doesn't know about the 3rd one. Funny is making trap now.
Okay, there's the imp.
No, I mean, Kylo's still in it. It's not looking like Funny can travel that fast, and that trap will have a hard time coming out. I wonder if the trap will spawn at that one time where it's free, or if it's gonna bug into a wall here.
There we go.
Oh, no, that's right.
Now, is he just gonna start whittling him down? Wait, where's Kylo's imp TC? It's the one at the top. Okay. Yeah, he's
Yeah,
going.
it's probably
Okay,
a safer one.
I'd probably
Well,
have got on
safer,
the
probably
hill.
best. Ah, with a trap, yeah, that would be great. Now this is, I think, on even ground, right? It's not on any hill. Yeah. And that's actually the king in that castle, right?
It was. He's out of there.
Oh, okay. Kylo's thinking about the king. I like it.
See this?
Not letting him stand by the gold like Funny did.
Trap goes down. Nope.
Zoink. Oh, he's attacking the Camel Archers. Okay, there we go.
And was that 4 Mamelukes for 1 trap?
It's not
No,
gold
it's even.
effective. But it's still way more gold effective than any other trap snipe
It's
would
time
be.
effective.
Yeah.
Like, that's all Kylo needs is time right now.
I agree.
Oh, is the villager to repair the trap, but something tells me she's not putting it back together.
Can't repair dead things. Dead things? Oh, well, things can't be dead. Whatever. Mameluke raid on the gold. There's no king there, at least. But there's quite some villagers gonna die.
There's no protection there. There's nothing there.
Kylo, another sneaky mining camp down south on the stone.
Now I wonder, are we gonna see? Because personally, I would go immediately. What is it, zealotry?
Oh yeah, the check for the HP, right?
Yep. Because those Mamelukes could then dive those Camel Archers, dive those traps all day long.
I don't know
like
how
to
much
see
it
his monk
costs,
at
so I
home.
never did it before, I think.
And the traps are dead again.
Archers, yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
at this point, Funny needs 6 trebs just so he can instant snipe the castles.
Yeah, at least like 4, right? So he does enough damage. He's repairing that castle though.
I would like Kylo to use his monk to heal these Mamelukes.
Okay, Funny's making camels. I like that. I just thought about what if the Barrel goes for camels? Because camels are really good against Mamelukes, actually. They don't get the bonus damage versus camels. I was surprised they get it versus Camel Archers, but seemingly they do. And the camel gets their bonus damage against the Mameluke. It's only cost effective and like a tiny bit stronger if both are fully upgraded. But it's definitely cost effective.
Looking at the global queue right now, it looks to me like Funny has given up on Camel Archers.
Yeah, but Lightcalf, I mean, he wants to raid, I can see that, but Mamelukes should completely eat Lightcalf.
But look, Kylo did the right thing here. He's gone all in with trebs.
No, 3 trebs,
4 trebs,
Funny
5
stuff,
trebs.
fire. Yeah, and Funny doesn't have great trap sniping units. Camel Archers are not great at it. I mean, Funny could bombard cannons, maybe?
Even more gold to throw away against the Mamelukes, though, isn't it?
Yeah, true. Mamelukes are really good. We thought they would just die to the Camel Archers, right? And here they are. Once again, it feels like, is there a counter to Mamelukes? I mean, Arbalist, but Berbers don't get Arb.
I mean, Funny's not investing in armor. He's not investing in chemistry. I don't know, does he have ballistics? Did he have? He got ballistics, right?
He has ballistics, yeah. He's getting chemistry now. Hey, Sisu, what's up? Welcome to the semifinals as we see Mamelukes win a game. Maybe. Funny Liquid threw villagers on 3 Doubt Castles. It's been an amazing game so far. And now we're just wondering how Funny could deal with these Mamelukes. Elite Mameluke!
So 24
God.
Camel Archers was not enough to one-hit an elite Mameluke uphill.
Did he get the unique tag? Or is that
He
just
got
the thing from
I
Elite
think
Mameluke?
they're normally one. I think they normally got more than 110. Oh, he's got chemistry now, and the armor's coming in.
Yeah. I mean, still think post-them Camel Archers should win, but they're not elite Camel Archers, and it's elite Mangadai, and Funny's running out of castles to produce them.
He's running out of house space to produce
Kylo's
anything.
time for a Doubt Castle!
Yeah. I really
That
hope
should do a sneaky
Funny
one there.
just walls it in. Nope, he's not gonna. He's gonna put his own castle there.
He's just I need a castle to produce anyways, why not put it on top of that? Okay, more Mamelukes versus Camel Archer fights. I should click them and look at the HP pool. I mean, Burmers also have a tech
Kylo
that
has done a
helps,
spectacular job of taking these neutral resources.
Yeah, he just expanded directly to them and eaten up the gold at north and the stone up south.
And then he knows he can always fall back to his own neutral resources later.
No. Or
Monastery
even
at the
like
front.
secondary gold right now.
Rip.
Yeah, I mean, it's only one relic in there, it's not super
You know what I would love
important.
to see right now? Genitors. They would do
So
pretty well, I
dumb
think,
that
against the
Mamelukes have
Mamelukes.
Archer armor class and Cav Archer armor class. And Cav armor class, but not Cav Archer armor class. Oh, so the Camel Archers actually don't do bonus damage against Mamelukes?
That's brutal.
So they're archers and cavalry, but they're not cavalry archers.
Oh,
Okay.
Kylo has left the Trebs undefended.
Yeah, but I mean, yeah. Camels, as I said, aren't too bad, but it's elite Mameluke against normal camel. And there we have elite Camel Archer coming in. So it's
And
full on
heavy
elite
camel.
unique unit.
And Kylo has towered the gold. Oh yes, a Vil fight at the top, let's go.
What? Oh god, there. I'm more interested to see Camel Archers versus Mameluke, so. I think this might be game deciding if Kylo wins it. Funny it's not, it has village elite. And heavy camels are on the way in. Yeah, I think Keller, you're right, because like the Camel Archers don't seem to be doing as great as we thought. Okay, the tower was rushed down. Now the Mamelukes are going over there. And Funny will need to run. He's also running his light cap, not trying to snipe villagers there. Ooh, the traps. It's only camels though, they don't do much damage. But Mameluke also doesn't do bonus damage versus Camel Archer. Are you sure? They seem to be doing a lot of damage. They shouldn't, because they don't do bonus damage to camels. That I know.
I'll watch to see how much damage each arrow is doing.
Oh, that unit just died.
Yeah, which doesn't help.
I mean, the Camel Archers don't get bonus damage. I think we just saw that. But I'm not sure about the Mammal projectiles. Villagers on the gold for Kylo will die now, but the traps are rolling in again. There's only one trap who didn't even die. There's the fourth one behind. And Funny's not making. He went for heavy camel, but now he has no camels.
Doesn't have the food income really.
Yeah. That's a lot of Camel Archers going down. It's a lot of castle gonna be lost. Oh, he's firing at the monastery. Okay. Kylo has 2 relics by now, by the way. Somewhere.
Surprised he doesn't have more, but he's got defensive units all over his base as well.
Yeah, I mean, there's the 1 relic next to Funny's castle and 1 relic on the top of it. He could take that one now. But the Camel Archers can always knock them on.
I think there could be an argument made for Kylo doing it maybe another castle, considering he's got 24 Mamelukes queued up from 2 castles.
Let me select a not weak one that's getting attacked. I want to know the bonus damage. Castle Force. I mean, maybe they don't do bonus damage, but they sure do a lot of damage. They had 14 attack. And it's only 3 armor, so they do 11 per hit. Yeah, I think that might fit, actually. Probably is no bonus damage. Keller says Camel Archers have Camel Archer and Cav Archer armor, but no Cav armor. Yeah, but Mamelukes do bonus damage against Cav Archers, I think, right?
They're doing 8 damage per hit, so there's definitely no bonus damage coming in.
Okay. Thanks. Sneaky TC now by Funny on the south, but it's not on anything else in Word. What is that? Man-at-Arms upgrade? What? Can you explain that to me? Is that a misclick?
Honestly, I'm looking and I'm like, I don't even see a barracks. Like, who got men-at-arms? Was it Kylo?
Funny, he did. Like,
Where's
at
his
least capture
barracks?
it showed it. Maybe it went down, so it didn't come through. I don't know, I just saw the man-at-arms and I was like, what?
Funny, he's not microing his Camel Archers.
Yeah, he really needs to, like, use the range. He has Bracer, he has so much more range in him. It's 3 range versus 7. And he's always taking fights in the 3 range. And he's trying to raid with Light Cav, but under 2 castles. Kylo... he lost his TC earlier, I guess, in the big push. Mamelukes do only bonus damage versus cavalry class, but every CA class has cavalry class as well. Besides Camel Archers? I guess, because that's what Keller said. Mameluke do bonus versus Cav and Mameluke. Yeah, but not versus Camel Archer, which don't have Cav. Mameluke is such a weird unit, man. Ranges now for Funny. Now he wants to try. I think Funny's just really, really confused what he can do with his Mamelukes.
Yeah, he's looking at these Mamelukes and he's just going, well, this isn't working. What should I try?
Yeah, he's just trying everything and nothing's working.
If you just throw stuff at it enough. Oh, the king is on the left next to the mining camp. Surrounded by villagers.
Well,
Dangerous
they will
place to
protect
be.
them. What a crazy game! We thought the Camel Archers would just wreck, but apparently we don't know enough, and the Mamelukes are completely turning it around. I mean, also Funny throwing all his villagers onto castles. I think with micro his Camel Archers would have worked. Yeah, no.
I think if we saw 26 Camel Archers versus 26 Mamelukes with decent micro, the Camel Archers should... There shouldn't even be a contest. Okay,
Yeah.
The king has realized his mistake. But then does he feel confident enough to go into the castles? I probably wouldn't at this point.
Yeah, the weird thing about Mamelukes for sure is that they have Cav Archer armor. No Cav Archer armor, but Cav Archer. Why is it speeding up? I guess it's speeding up the delay, because Funny Liquid calls it GG.
He taps out.
And Kylo wins after denying a castle 3 times. And I guess Funny also got 1 castle denial down. And yeah, Mamelukes for the win. No, my house also, yeah, that's right.
That surprises me. That genuinely surprises me. I feel like with Kylo not practicing as much on Age and having a bit of a civ that's quite circumstantial with the Mamelukes. I mean, as much as Berbers are a cavalry civ, I feel like you can still beat the Mamelukes if you keep the castle production and keep the mass down, which he didn't do.
Yeah, I think better Camel Archer micro or switching to full heavy Camel. I still think full heavy Camel could have done the job too. He just got the heavy Camel upgrade and then stopped making camels. That was, by the way, a huge waste of resources anyways. So Cinia and Keller and Chat are just figuring out how Mamelukes work. I won't interfere. I won't really understand it. I think I've understood it, but... Go on, Shimon. Sorry.
Sorry, yeah, I was just saying, if you look at Funny's macro behind this, he had 81 on wood at the end of the game.
Wood is the only resource he had more of besides stone. Overall, resource collected way more for, like, 10,000 more for Kylo, though. And a horrible KD for Funny.
That's gotta feel good for Kylo, coming back after playing very little Age. And getting a solid win against Funny there.
Yeah, also, like, getting the reverse sweep against Big Cook, I think that was important for Kylo too, right? Because they're really close friends. So
he got reverse sweep on Cook. Oh yeah. God, I can imagine what he said after that.
Yeah. He did. I mean, Funny also got a reverse sweep on Keller. So Hurst should be coming confident, and Funny was very confident before this one. I know that. But maybe not so anymore. I think maybe he was too confident here too. Because if he would have been less confident, he probably does the first castle at home, and then
that
does
castle
a little bit
in
better.
Kylo's face with... I mean, he didn't have any security there. He knew Kylo had a massive Mamelukes. It was a foolhardy attempt.
Yeah.
But if it worked, maybe it'd have paid off.
If it goes up,
know.
I think the game's over probably, but not sure. He had a big advantage before he tried all those castles. He was like 10 villages ahead. And had a second TC for longer and everything. Funny gets his home map now. I wonder what we're gonna see.
What's his home map? Wait, don't tell me. I'll find out. Oh, and it's a
Are they
surprise.
already in-game?
I don't know. I'm just looking for the lobby right now.
Well, I'm not finding the lobby, that's fine.
You've just given me a fake code, haven't you? That's what it is.
That's what Funny gave me. Don't blame me. Funny picked the settings. But we're not on Mondays.
Maybe they're in game. Oh, they're already in. Okay, fair enough.
Yeah? Okay, now I just post it into a browser because it's not working for me.
Ooh, I like it.
What is it?
I'm not telling you.
You mean Hideout Empire Wars on Hideout? Okay. Poles against Bohemians. We're going full Dawn of the Dukes.
New DLC, yeah.
Is that the name of the upgrade?
Is it Lord of the West? I don't remember.
No, I think Lord of the West was the Burgundians, right?
Maybe.
Poles don't really strike me as being that far to the west.
They're pretty central, aren't they? Let's be honest.
Yeah, pretty central. But... I mean, Sicily's also, like, from my position towards the south, but I guess, I don't know, you can't just measure everything from where you are. Even though the middle of Europe is kind of usually what everything gets measured from, I guess. But yeah, they even gave Poles the Eastern European architecture, I think, instead of the Central European one, which would have been more correct.
And we're in.
We are in game 2.
You know
Funny
what? I love
song map.
Hideout.
Empire Wars Hideout. You love Hideout? But what do you think about
Hideout.
Empire Wars on it?
It's not terrible. I mean, I'm kind of used to archers and stuff like that, which maybe we'll see from the Bohemians, because they get crossbow chemistry in Castle Age, don't they?
Yep, they do. And that's actually pretty good against Cav. And maybe it can even counter the Obuch, who is apparently a really insanely strong unit that nobody uses.
Yeah,
and
like
we've seen
in
Funny play it a lot.
You know, in the pro tournaments, when people play in polls, you basically never saw Obuch. But it made no sense because Obuch are just so strong in cost and effectiveness wise. It's...
Yeah, they're like an cheaper Elite Teutonic Knight. Or like cheaper Teutonic Knight, I guess. And faster.
So we're seeing 2 archery ranges straight off the bat.
If Bohemians goes wagon, they are dead. The Bohemians are dead, yeah. What wagons do against melee? Nothing.
I mean, he just needs a couple of wagons in front, right? But
yeah,
the crossbow should be able to deal with everything the Poles can throw at them.
Yeah, the crossbows are the strength for sure.
But in saying that, finding the eco to afford chemistry, bodkin, crossbow, all in early Castle
really
Age.
Easy on Hideout though, right?
He's got time, yeah. And he's got a really easy wall there, just to the north of his base, Kylo has.
Yeah, he's also double walling with a lot of houses. So I think he wants to go chemistry. I mean, what else, right? It's like the thing that's making Bohemians. It's like, I think the strongest thing they have. A lot of people think about the wagons, but they're really not great versus cavalry.
I think the monks are the strongest things.
Oh yeah, I see that. Keller says he's confused by no early market to sell the stored. I guess. There's
No,
a
it
market
has.
for Kylo.
It has
Kylo's sold the
happened.
stone. Funny, I don't think Funny will sell the stone. Why is he sending to gold? Oh, never mind. It's Empire Wars. You start with him by the gap on gold. Because usually Poles go for the stone because they get gold anyways. And I know Funny loves Obuch and castles, so expected him to make a castle, which he's going for. He's on stone now, taking the outside stone first. It is about
Probably a
architecture.
good idea,
yeah,
because
exactly.
you can probably expect that he's maybe going to lose that at some point, so take it now while you can.
Yeah, exactly, Sinner. That was like what I was thinking. Poles are not West, they used to be so under the Soviet bloc. Castle Age coming in for both. Funny actually quicker, and there's no archer production by Kylo. Huh. Third range.
Funny has a wonky wall on the right hand side. That's very disappointing.
Well, because it's not in a straight line.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I also think, yeah, I like walling off the sides, and then I realized, yeah, you're probably going for symmetry. But his farms around the full works seem alright.
Triple ranges. Funny sees it.
So, what do Poles do now? Do they go skirm in addition to Obuch?
You just go Obuch.
You think they're still OP against the chemistry crossbows?
I don't know. I feel like affording chemistry is kind of a luxury sometimes. We'll see.
Yeah.
We'll see.
Kylo's on stone too. Just go castle and boom. So yeah, protect the front with the castle, and then you have stone walls up back and booming. That's probably what Funny's thinking, yeah.
Nah, I think Funny's thinking maybe he'll try a doubt castle. Mark it.
Yeah, old Poland was more eastern, but I think they still considered themselves as opposition to the Lithuanians they were in a personal union with as European, or like Central European. And the architecture is... well,
Okay, there's the university.
let's talk about the
Quad
game, not about the
ranges.
architecture. Yeah, he's definitely going for the crossbow things, right? Yeah, still doesn't... resources aren't looking too hot for chemistry, yes, he's adding his second TC. So, which is, I think, is the right choice. It's Funny with that castle, and I guess a little bit of stonewalling towards it is completely safe on both sides from the crossbow. If they don't also melt walls with chemistry, I mean, I don't know. But it's just 1 damage, so they shouldn't.
Okay, so how long is it going to take Kylo to afford chemistry here? Like, it's no cheaper, if I'm correct in saying, for the Bohemians.
No, it's not cheaper. They just get it in Castle Edge. Ballistics first. Okay. I guess it's easier to afford if you have 9 on food. And yeah, there's the stone wall towards the castle. Funny. Can imp. Okay, he's not gonna boom. He's gonna imp here. Maybe it's just accidental good Polish farming. He doesn't have the second farm upgrade with Poles. Funny keeps preaching about getting farm upgrades with Poles first, and then he started doing it himself.
And he's going to see the castle, and he's going to go, this was a mistake.
I would love to
get...
discuss history with you guys, but I'll let you guys discuss history and cast the game with Shimon if that's alright. I had a university class on Poland, Lithuania, but it's a long time ago.
Okay, there's chemistry finally being clicked.
I think maybe the main issue with the architecture side is actually the Bohemians getting the... That makes no sense at all, the Bohemians getting the Eastern Europe one. Yeah, I think it was about the Bohemians, right? Because they're clearly highly Roman Empire guys.
Well, you said Funny was going imp, but he's actually decided he's actually going to invest in military here.
Knights? Why though? Like, he's fully stonewalled? He has a castle. What are the knights for? I guess for attacking. Did he get the unique tech? I imagine he did, right?
He did, yeah, he definitely did. I saw that.
Well, the chemistry crossbows are astonishingly good against knights.
Especially trashy pole knights.
Well, trashy pole knights are just normal castle age knights, right? They're not worse.
Well, yeah, but just you know, I'm thinking layer on.
Later on,
The
yeah.
lack of pierce armor.
I actually tried playing Bohemian's like chemistry thingies on ranked like 2 days ago or so, and I got trashed by pole knights in castle age. Oh, maybe it was early imp. But still, like if you have enough knights, still knights versus crossbow. And Funny can probably afford a ton. Might work to just go castle edge attack. It's maybe not a bad call here. Especially as Kylo's thinking that Funny's booming, right? He stopped adding military. It's probably thinking about Imperial Age.
Isn't it? You can get a castle and it doesn't necessarily affect your ability to boom.
Yeah, no. That's a thing. I mean, it's also like 2 TCs. Both have 2 TCs. Not like Kylo is out booming him. What is that? What is Kylo doing? Does he really just want to dive the castle? Is that intentional? It is.
He wants to see what he knows. I think he knows he can't do anything with the crossbows, and he wants to see what's behind door number 1.
He's assuming Funny is just booming, and then the crossbows can kill him, even though some die. And now Funny's like, da da da. I'm not booming. I've got 20 knights. These crossbows are dead. Huh?
Okay.
I mean, they're just very vulnerable.
Funny's gonna try and capitalize on this stuff, but look at these knights shredded.
Fuck, the crossbows are good.
Those crossbows clear up all those knights. No, we stopped microing.
It's not the perfect choke point. I think the knights eventually win. That's super close fight.
Yeah, he would have won that if he'd have continued microing, but he just...
Yeah,
I guess he's more concerned about the knights at home.
Yeah, makes sense. He has a really nice choke point, but the house isn't built in time, so the knights are in.
Second armor just come in now for Funny.
I agree that the Holy Roman Empire had a lot of cultures, but Bohemians were certainly central architecture. Just go to Prague, guys.
That hole needs to be patched yesterday.
What's the villager? I mean, only so far Kylo only lost 1 villager?
Yeah, Funny doesn't have a single attack upgrade.
Oh yeah, it's just +2 defense, and +2 defense is kind of +1 defense, right? Because these have chemistry, so they're not that great. I might find some more villagers here. Kylo's not noticing his north TC.
There we go.
Yep. Do the TCs? I guess the TCs also get chemistry, right?
Yeah. Scary TCs in castle.
I never thought about that. It also helps TCs. You just think, crossbows with chemistry.
I don't think you let off the gas here as Funny, like... Rally points forward. He's giving him a lot of time to master these crossbows again. Oh no. Is Kylo going to lose the Vil on the right? No, I think it's just going to survive.
Prague looks like Warsaw? What? Warsaw's been entirely bombed. There's no old city stuff. They have the Soviet tower there. Prague has a big castle. Who's winning this? 23, 15... Chemistry crossbows are doing hella good. Villager count is also a bit ahead for Kylo, who does at least get the upgrades for free on stone and gold.
Where did all of Kylo's wood just go? He had 700 wood a second ago. Did he sell it? Yeah.
Common German language in Italy? Senia? I don't know.
Oh, Kylo's about to be clicking Imp. Well,
Sneaky
Funny
ramp
keeps...
push down south there.
Yep. That Vil nearly bit the dust earlier from a wolf. You probably missed that. You were talking about Prague.
What did I miss? Talking about Prague? I'm just doing chat off. I'm
The-
talking
the
too much
village-
about that stuff. That's not the game.
The villager at the bottom nearly bit the dust to a wolf.
Oh, yeah. I see. But he has one made it through, and he's making battering rams himself.
Oh, Funny doesn't even have bloodlines.
Oh god, what? Funny! At least he got heavy plow now. Oh god, not having bloodlines is so bad.
Kylo's on his way to imp already.
Oh, I even said that. Funny's trying to get in here. I mean, that's a nice forward castle. It controls the gold, it gives him a way into the base. He just has to notice he lacks bloodlines at some point. That's also where the relics are. It's 2 relics for Kylo. Funny hasn't collected any yet. I bet he has no vision on the south, right? No, that's just walls. They can't see much. Funny's not that far away from Imperial Age.
No, he's idled his stables.
Yeah, I know, Sernia. That's really strong. I've seen it before. It's just always amazing because it's so unusual. And that's a big ball of soon to be Arbalest now, right? They got Arbalest, yeah, they must. Funny's clicked imp at least. Ramp push, still not being pushed.
You wait till cap ram, don't you?
Yeah, that's Capram. Funny is on the way to him, and he's getting bloodlines! Yay!
Just in time for his cavalier.
Yeah. And the light cav. Okay, we're once again, like against Keller, playing light cav against the crossbows.
There's one knight
the
at the bottom. Cutting through Kylo's villages on the gold.
Oh, that's doing a lot of damage. Well, if he would actually attack and not dance. Yeah, Kylo hasn't noticed that. Orville's on the way in now. Funny does have the castle though, he does have a good trapping point, and he can afford another castle. He could even drop a castle on the monastery there on the TC. If the crossbows are in the back. Which they do decide not to be. Okay, Kylo's doing it nicely, splitting off his army, but it's a ton of villager losses here. 30 eco kills now for Funny. And he's pulling ahead in village by a lot. 20 villages more. And there's no castle for Kylo, right? He can't trap.
I don't think... Oh, has Funny noticed the rams at the bottom? I think so.
He's massing up light cav at home, they could deal with it. He's not really reacting to it though.
No, he sent his vills back. That's bare minimum of a reaction. He knows he can deal with it.
Yeah, okay, there's the light cav now dealing with it. Lots of marketery from both, as Kylo can afford a castle now and is trying to put one up, but Funny has... He's actually getting conscription at castle though, not a trap. And there we have, how do you call the Imperial Age tech from the Poles?
Yes, that's what we'll call it. We'll just call it yes.
He's getting the yes technology.
The yes technology, yes.
The yes legacy. Yeah. we can do the legacy part. And the attack upgrade for the units, obviously they don't get the last defense upgrade, so they could melt. That's why he's probably going mass Hussar now. Or like
this is
winged
Empire
Hussar.
Wars, right?
This is Empire Wars, yeah.
Kylo has just picked up the last... Oh no, there's one more relic on the right there. Whew. He's got so many relics.
There's one relic in Funny Space that he's not gonna get.
Imagine if he got that.
It should be
what do you do
Conquest
here?
though, right?
Like, Pole's cavalry are meant to be good against archers, aren't they? Because of the AoE, the trample damage, and the +2 bonus damage against cavalry.
Yeah, I think so, yeah. And you just have so many of them, right? 47 Polish farms?
Yeah.
And like the ARP are not special anymore, it's just normal Imperial Age Arbalesters now. Well, chemistry, which every Civ gets. But we don't have the Hussar upgrade yet. Still, I think it's a bit more expensive than the normal Hussar upgrade, right?
Yeah, it's pretty extravagant.
Is it 800 gold?
It is,
Yeah, we
yes.
have the golden Hussar. Calling it winged Hussar is stupid anyway, so it has a gold icon, right? Trap fight. Well, it's not really a trap fight. Funny. Okay, no, Funny has traps. He needs to unpack them though. Second trap is still not firing. He's diving the traps here. The obelisks are right next to it though. I don't think he can kill both. Maybe he can get one. No. Was that villagers going forward to snipe the traps?
Winged Hussar at the bottom? Yeah, it was villagers, yeah.
Yeah, Funny found his favorite raiding spot here. It's hard for Kylo to address. He has a bunch of orbs there.
I mean, how many abs has he got? He's got a lot of abs, right?
Yeah, I think
I don't
both
capture
castles could fall here. 71. Yeah, ton.
Okay, the raid is dealt with.
Is it?
Yep.
Still doing damage. Oh, not that much damage. It's not really enough of them. And the castle falls. So Kylo is left without a castle. Funny still has 2 castles at home. But his offensive position is a bit hurt. Didn't Kylo win the first game? Oops, thanks. That is correct, Wendy Keller.
We may have assumed that Funny was going to win.
Yeah, we thought at the start. But I think it was just a misclick.
That means Kylo's confirmed an
it's-
1800, right?
Because Funny can't beat him. Yeah, makes sense. And
Kylo's
Funny
ego
doesn't
is
really have
shambles.
enough of the Hussar to fight these orbs, but it's probably fine not fighting. What's happening at the south? There's an Arb mass coming down south.
Infantry armor. We could be looking at an O-book switch, which I'll be happy with.
It's also getting Cavalier though. What do you think about Cavalier?
I mean, it makes sense. You need something to raid, but surely you just use Winged Hussar.
Yeah, why not just use the Winged Hussar, right? And go Onager maybe?
Save you gold for O-book.
Or Siege Ram. Why not Siege Ram? Both get Siege Ram, I think. I think Siege Ram Cavalry would be the play.
Yeah, Kylo would struggle with that right now because all of his cavalry production is on the south side of the map. Oh no. Kylo has to notice this, otherwise he's going to lose 20 Arbalesters to 2 Cavalier. There we go, he's noticed. Phew.
I think he's lost quite a few already though. There was like 40
Yeah, he
before,
manually
30.
tasked them to kill the stable.
Yeah. Funny still producing from these also isn't optimal. Okay, now he's gonna address it. He's sending his army down south, but then there's a castle up north that's the issue.
5 mins. All right, I'll be back while I get a drink then as well.
5 mins? Phone call. Okay. I'll do the same. BRB.
it been 5 minutes yet? Wait, oh, it's gone as well. It's my stream now. Keller, you are banned. Silnia, you are definitely banned.
Alright, they seem to be still be on a break. I'm back, but the players apparently
No, they're
are
back.
not yet.
Perfect timing.
Sorry, 14. There we go.
Here we go. And before we start, you may notice that Funny may be up to some shenanigans with Siege.
Okay, yeah, he's making a Mega Knight. Almost has the resource for Onager. That's what you're talking about, I guess?
Mm-hmm.
I like it.
I really hope he cuts through the middle. I mean, it might be a bit pointless, but if he cuts through the middle, he's got free reign.
He can already raid though, right?
He can already raid, but imagine if he goes from the middle to the main base and then also another path to the outside base of Kylo.
It seems like a lot to do though. And I think Funny's own eco is kind of safe right now. Wouldn't that just open up his own eco?
But if Kylo's got archers, like, they're not exactly a raiding unit, are they?
Yeah. He's 10 on food, right? What is he gonna raid with? But he could run the archers through the middle at least, right? He had the issue that there's stone walls on both sides and the castle, so he can't go anywhere with the archers. Oh,
Honestly, I'm surprised Kylo
it's
hasn't just gone Siege Halb. Because Bohemian Siege or Halb is going to absolutely shred Pole Cavalry.
Poles also get Arbalist, actually.
Nobody's here.
Nobody's here?
Yeah, Kylo's trying to get the game started, but Funny's
Funny's AFK.
take a break too.
14.
How much? So Kylo has already got 1,700 from relics. That's a lot of gold.
Yeah, well, you can see here how he 14s. Just quit capture age for everybody.
Wait, does capture age not show the chat?
Capture age shows the chat, but it doesn't show the chat live during breaks for some reason. It always shows you all the chat after the break's over.
Oh,
Okay,
I see.
there we go. After 5:14, Funny was back. I mean, fair. If you say 5 minutes, right, you're gonna go to the bathroom or something like we did as well.
Yeah, you're gonna take it literally, like.
Yeah. Like sick, you don't take literally. You don't unpause after 1 second.
There's the Onager attack.
Yeah, castle goes down for Funny. That might be really dangerous. He needs good Onager shots here, I feel. That's like
Not the
88
full
armor.
That's one thing you hate to happen when you're the polls, is to get all your poll works unmanned.
Oh yeah, then you have to do them all again, right? It's so much more painful. And you can't even go back to a TC because, well, you don't want to do farm zero on TC with polls.
No, exactly.
Where's the siege workshops from Funny? Okay, they're nicely in the back, making manganese. He really needs to make something happen though. It's this match is so scary.
He really needs siege engineer.
Yeah.
Does he get it? He does get it, because that's the difference between easy shots against abs and microing your life out to try and get a decent shot against abs.
Yeah, no. But he can't afford it, right? Look at the food count and the wood count.
Yeah, unless
he
his
stop making
plan is,
soldiers and wing hussars.
he could be thinking, we'll swarm the abs with cavalier or cavalry, and then he's not going to be able to micro against the onagers, and they'll get a good shot sooner or later.
Yeah, the problem is he doesn't really have much cavalry to swarm anything with. It's like 13 cavalry units on the field and 100 arbalist.
Fire!
Let's go! Bada boom!
Oh,
yeah, gets one.
There's the swarm. Kylo's not paying attention to this.
Not much swarm. Kylo's not looking! Oh god, that could be a huge one! Boom! And we're 25 arbs killed.
There's still 47 arbs there.
Yeah, he had 100 arbs on the field before this. Now it's 67. And now it's microing, still getting hit though. See, we're doing this without siege engineers. It would be so much easier with them. But I guess he defends it this way. Still has 40 farmers again. That's really nice from Funny to get his farm eco back rolling, adding new forwards in the south. Behind all this, it's well done on the macro side of things. Gets another nice shot.
That's the one thing he needs to make sure he's concentrated about is his food eco right now.
Yep.
Not much longer and Funny will have cut into Kylo's base inadvertently.
Yeah. I don't think he really wants to actually though. Kinda needs to stop this, right? It's still so many arbalest. Where's the rest of the arbs actually? Okay, they're just trickling in. There's at the south. The arbs at the south are not doing much.
He's getting the cavalry now.
Oh. Kylo's not making too much progress. There's nothing really important to hit there. I think Kylo should dive deeper maybe and repair those traps.
Oh, siege engineer is in from Funny. I didn't see that. But that's very important.
No, it's not. Oh yeah, the range is increased, but the attack hasn't? Wait. No, that's chemistry.
That's chemistry, yeah.
He doesn't have it.
No, he's got siege engineers now, which is way more important than chemistry.
I thought siege engineers also improves the attack.
I mean, there's the hidden 10% bonus against buildings, isn't it?
Ah, yeah. Let's see. Oh, Kylo macroing decently, but there's a big shot. That's a big shot.
Not decently enough.
Yep, not at all. They're all dead. Yeah, onagers, good unit. If it has siege engineers. Hi, Enzo.
Oh.
You just came at the right or wrong time for the big onager shots, I'm not sure. You come in and instantly split. Perfect timing, Xenos. All the arbs died. We're down to 30 arbs now. This was 100 arbs 5 minutes ago. He literally was at 100 arbalisters. Also, he's also losing them in the south now. To, not all of them probably, but the blast damage is nice from the Yes Legacy technology. And
yeah, these
how can Funny throw this?
These winged are at the top are just running through everything. There may only be 7 of them.
Yeah. Kylo trying to get another desperation castle there. If you ever have a bad day, just remember, at least you're not an ARP facing onagers. That's a good life motto. Yeah, 4 relics for Kylo, that's true, but do Poles really need gold? Like, it's nice for Kylo to get the gold, but you can't access that gold anymore. I think he's eaten through all up south, down south. So that's the only gold that's kind of left on the map. And Funny still has one here. And more here. Yeah,
Kylo
Funny
is
still has
lacking
a
so
lot more
many
gold today
villages.
than he needs.
He's been really complacent about building villages.
Nah, he never really made a farm eco, right? He just made 100 obelisks and said, that
That's
should
something, like,
suffice.
if he transitioned to full halb here, he would run through everything that Funny has.
Yeah, Bohemian's getting amazing halberdier with plus 25% more bonus damage, so I think that should offset the legacy bonus on the winged hussars.
Yep. And the lack of armor as well on those hussars.
Yeah.
He'd die even faster.
But he's saving his onagers for another day. Players are
Hoping
not really
Funny.
doing
I'm
much
hoping
right
those
now.
onagers are gonna go put a little hole in the middle of the map. Just deal
I
with
mean,
death
now there's a
blow
castle
Kylo.
out, makes sense, right? Now we have something to go around. There's also stone walls and everything, so.
I mean, look at that farm economy from Funny. I think he can maybe fit one more fall walk in the right hand corner.
Yeah, that should be doable. One fully saturated full walk there. It's not super, like, this farm is not perfect. But you can make them one tile off, I think, and they still count. Where are the onagers going? Are they just going south? Okay, Kylo calls it.
Tapped out.
Yeah, they just ran through here. No need to cut. And the pole victory on Hideout yet again for Funny Liquid. Overboom more than 140 villagers.
No.
It's okay in RM. And Diava would say massive overboom in a poll with polls, but no, he can just keep spamming forever. That's kind of what he wants. Polls OP certainly looked strong, even though the chemistry crossbows also looked OP. But Funny did the right thing with stone walls and defensive play.
I think the Bohemian bonus damage on the pikeman line is forgotten about quite a lot.
No.
It's really overlooked. Notice the onager shots.
Oh, Bohemians don't get thumbring. Huh, I kind of forgot about that. So Xelos pointed out in chat. Look at the onager shots in the...
I was just looking at the timeline.
The military timeline. Here we had 82 military population. I guess that was the first onager charge there, right? 103 military population at one point. That was 100 obelisks and 3 traps. We go down to 60, then we go to 80, and then, we go down to 10. Eventually. There was also some light cap doing work, but yeah. We're here for the Oni shots, right?
Oh, and it's 1-1 now. Look at that
We
relic
gotta
gold,
solve
and he
this
couldn't
set.
do anything with it.
Yeah, true. I mean, he did something with it. He did 100 obelisks. That's a lot of gold.
Yeah, that's true.
Right? He did 200 over the whole game. He did 228 obelisks. I guess that includes archers and crossbows, but Funny did 200 winged hussars, but 10 onagers were the game changer.
And now we wait for the next game.
We do Kylo's home map now. What do you think he's gonna pick?
Oh, knowing Kylo would pick something ridiculous like Socotra.
Kotra? I think Nomad. My guess would be Nomad.
No, I don't think Kylo likes Nomad, does he?
Huh? Funny doesn't.
We'll see.
like Nomad,
We'll
though.
see. Oh,
Wait,
that's
what
it.
was
Play a
bad?
map you don't like just to spite the other guy.
Kylo picked Nomad before, though. I mean, he wouldn't pick it against Cookie or something, but no, Funny banned Runestone, so so Kotra's also a good guess, I would say. Funny's in his best shape, Imho, also getting his peak elo-wise. Yeah, but game 1 was a massive throw. He made 3 doubt castles. Or like, one castle was kind of 2 doubt castles. And we did underestimate Mamelukes for game 1 for sure. Oh, and so you're also here though, that's great. You can do like bets maybe for the next one. I don't have a code yet. So your guess is Socotra and I'm saying Nomad.
Okay.
Nomad
okay.
sudden death could be a thing. You picked that before, but I don't know if you want to pick that against Funny. Let me look the traditional way. Maybe they forgot to send the code. Okay, there's
Maybe
a
they're
lobby.
having a
It's still
break,
set
I
up
don't
like
know.
that. Oh, Funny has opened the lobby. He's alone in it right now. Maybe Kylo got another phone call. Your prediction for the set is already wrong, no?
Yep.
Because you were too specific. I just said 4-2.
I was very
so it's
specific.
always
I mean,
good.
I'm still thinking 4-2, but it was very specific.
Yeah. So if you missed it, I said 4-2 for Funny. Shimon said 4-2 for Kylo. But he said first 2 games for Funny and then 4 for Kylo, right? That was what he said.
But no, Funny had to ruin it.
Well. Good for him to ruin it. And he really likes poets. Okay, apparently we're playing Coastal.
Coastal. Okay, so
Yeah. Have you ever
you weren't too far wrong
met
with
somebody
Nomad.
who likes to play Coastal?
I feel like Coastal is the map that for Nomad players who don't like having to choose where to put the TC.
Oh. It's just
But
Nomad without a
it's
TC.
just like
I
a
think they
newer
like
generation of Coastal, because Coastal previously could connect up with the edge of the map.
Oh, they changed it to be even more like Nomad?
I don't know. That's what I'm asking. Because you used to have like little ponds you could build at the edge, building the edge of the map that couldn't be touched.
I think besides forcing it on us in every lobby, nobody has given much care about Coastal recently. It's Nomad! Ha! I win.
So I'm leaving.
Don't. How was that guy called? You remember on Xavier's stream?
Which guy?
The one that said don't.
No. Who
I'm
said don't?
dying. It was Tiny Sequatra free for all deathmatch or something. And there was this one guy who's like Funny was I'm dying. Said it multiple
Someone
times he was
said-
dying to get Stilnir. And then the other guy who was staying out of the fight just said don't.
Don't do it. Don't die.
I'm dying.
I
don't.
forbid
I don't
you.
know. There was apparently it was really ridiculous for Xavier. Oh, we're in. Oh no, they're speculate. Of course, Spanish pick is coming. There it is. It's Sun Death Nomad. Kylo's not picking Spanish? Huh.
Oh lord.
Sun Death Nomad. I exactly called the mode and the map right, guys. But Persians? I mean, Persians is still great, right? Great Nomad Civ. TC more
Great Sudden Death
HP.
too. Ooh.
I think both Civ profit from it being SD here, right? Spanish with the castle drop on the TC potentially.
Yep.
And Persians with, well, stronger TCs.
And faster TCs, especially on Nomad.
And you know what we're not gonna see in this game?
War elephants.
A douche. Yeah, also no war elephants. I mean, we could see war elephants, but we're guaranteed not to see a douche.
I want Inquisition missionaries or I'm leaving.
Alright, let's see.
I am in.
I mean, with Funny, there's a chance for Inquisition missionaries, but I think it's rather gonna be Conks. And here we have Nomad. It's not connected.
Okay, so what are the
didn't know
re-rules
that
on
was
this? Like, if they both put their TC, like, adjacent to one another.
There's no rules, I think.
And Kylo already knows where his TC is.
Every player gets a re in the first 6 minutes, I think. 1 re per set. I don't think there's any specific rules on Nomad, actually.
Ah, here we go. Kylo going for the good old lame. Thou shalt not have meat.
Yeah, there we have the Kylo laming, as you said at the start.
He's gonna run around everywhere and check for any deer.
Nice dog for Kylo. Really great dog spot. Way better than
those corner
Funnies.
spots.
Funny will full erect his TC first. Because the Spanish are very...
Now, what do you think
I'm
he'll
not
do if
gonna
he sees
say
that
that.
boar? Think he'll wall
He's
himself in
gonna
and
wall
kill it?
himself in and kill it. Yep.
That's just unnecessary.
There we go. I mean, it's still a lot of villager idle time. The boar won't be too far. But, well, might rot a while. Funny's laughing. He sees it? Oh yeah, he sees the boar running around there, I think. Yeah, he's going for it now. He notices. Wow, good job.
Now the best play here would be to destroy the palisade and let the boar in.
Yeah. He's just
Yeah, he
bailing on
realized
it.
he
He doesn't
can't
know
do
how to
anything.
stop it. Yeah. He's just gonna take it, I guess. But now the villager could fight. Oh, Funny gets the first hit. Quick waltz. I don't care about. No, he's gonna wall him in. Can he? He's won it.
No, yeah, but
Kylo did it.
that villager will get out eventually. At least the food doesn't decay in his hands.
Yeah, true. But it's also like now you have the lemming villager idle for Kylo, right? And now you also have an idle for. Oh, never mind, he's out. And Kylo's villager is probably dead. Let's still dance. What's the idle time behind this? Kylo has quite some idle time behind.
Why is Kylo's vill count so low? I mean, I guess his TC went up really
idle
late
time.
because he didn't send the vill.
Yeah. And like 25 seconds of idle time. Does he have fish out? No, Funny also has fish out. And come on, try to quick volley him again. Do it again, Sam. Oh, no, it's not Sam. We're not watching Harry by Sam, but still. I should have done that in a cast of Harry Boys games.
Don't worry, Kylo, you're not going to be housed in a second.
Ooh.
Any second now. Come on. Just let it happen.
Kylo gotta be. It's 8 out of 10. There we go.
There we go, the villager died. Satisfaction guaranteed.
Rip. We got rid of him. But the boss actually walled in.
I mean,
The boss walled in. Funny can't take it. I mean, he could
he
still
could
take
just
it.
smack down the weak palisades.
Yeah, I think he's
Oh,
going
and
for the
Funny now
fish
knows where
boom,
Kylo is.
Italy. Does he? Oh yeah, there's a sheet. That goose. Identifying the opponents like in the old Roman Republic. Or was it Empire? I think it was in the Empire.
Who was deleting his palisades? Must have really needed some wood
to
be that desperate.
He was careful. He didn't delete the ones that are around the board, right? He's like, nope,
He just wanted that like
boss,
forward
that's walled
back.
in. Okay, Funny's just taking the very rotten Ivexes by now. How much is that? 50 has the one that's not being touched. That's really not much on them anymore. Three fishing ships, 5 fishing ships for Funny, so it's quite ahead on the fish boom with Spanish, who don't get a bonus on that. And oh, here comes Kylo. Look at Funny's gold. Doing it again.
Nah, this was a misclick. He didn't mean to do this.
Yeah, he missed one tile as well. It makes it clear that it wasn't intentional, right? Because it would have been intentionally would have replaced it.
Yeah. Look, if you force them to mine gold diagonally as well, that's a win.
No.
Is Funny
It's
still looking for him?
right?
Or is he just looking for sheep?
It's funny if we're just running around. Okay, I think it's just looking for scouting. I think Funny likes to scout with one villager or nomad.
Yeah, I do as well. Because when you have a dock, like you find that you tend to be building houses all the time. So why not scout with a villager and build the
Like
houses?
when you
as
honor your allies' army in free fall by accident? No, the best thing is allying your allies' army in a team game intentional. But after the game's over, okay? And only if it's Django's army. Okay, Funny's getting a boar now. That's not being lamed. And his gold is... But he still has the gold down south. It doesn't really matter as much. I think it's kind of a waste to do it.
I mean, it is, unless Kylo... Kylo does also know about that gold.
I think Kylo's gonna go towers. He's going to stone, and he is gonna tower that southern gold. That's probably the thought, right? So then, Funny has a gold at the back. He does not know about it, though.
Please tell me that villager isn't going to finish the wall. Nope, it's not. She's not.
Finished one of the four. But still, that's why I had 40 food. Kylo's heavily... Is he going fuel late? He has 2 on stone. Must be towers, right? And Kylo loves towers. Funny's on stone though, so he will be able to counter tower, and he has Spanish towers, so he's gonna build them faster. Tower rushing isn't too easy with the Spanish.
Yeah, Kylo loves any strategy that inflicts pain and suffering amongst the other person. Like towers, laming.
There's fuel edge for Kylo and fuel edge for Funny, so he should be safe from the towers. I was worried Funny was trying to FC and then the towers would be devastating, but no, Kylo's not gonna tower the gold, he's just gonna also wall it in. Oh god, poor Funny, now he's trying to go for the gold.
He's like, I'll take that gold, that gold was looking pretty delicious. Now is he gonna notice before the mining camp goes up?
Started to build it.
He's off elsewhere?
Yeah, and then no. And then you've gotta go south. Ah, maybe he sees it in time.
I don't know.
We'll just kind of slow it in.
Oh no. This villager could get away with it.
What?
He's just assuming.
He sees one palisade and he's going to another gold. It's working just like psychology. It wasn't even walled. But he knows about the gold on the right side here, so... Did Kylo see him go to that side though? That's gonna be important.
I don't think he's have any vision over there, doesn't he? No, he doesn't have any vision over there.
Well, the villager was at the right side before. Okay, there's the tower on the stone. And Funny does not see it. Nice tower. Funny's still sending 2 gold. He's not checking for towers. If he knows Kylo, he should check for towers. Kylo always goes towers on Nomad. If he doesn't castle drop, but with Spanish you don't castle drop. And there's a tower on the stone. Does Funny have another stone? Doesn't know about that one. Doesn't know about that one. It's inside a black hole. Nope. He has no clue about another stone. Making a counter tower, but I think that's outside of... What is that counter tower achieving? Is that inside of range of that tower even?
Maybe with fletching? I mean, it isn't at the moment. Like, it's not going to let him take stone. It's not going to attack the other tower.
Yeah. Yeah, it's... I guess it's stopping further tower rushing, but to a direction where there's no resource.
I like how the tower can't reach that villager on stone, but can reach the mining camp? Or has Kylo inadvertently manually tested to the mining camp?
Towers sometimes weirdly prefer buildings. He has to have clicked it, right? Because there's one villager running just by it.
Clicked it. That guy's just passing. Oh, he's going for the straggler tree.
Oh yeah, nice move. Now he could dive the tower. Oh, instantly Kylo's rebuilding the palisade after Funny deletes it. This is madness. Fishing ship count behind it. Funny's 4 ahead, 11 to 7. Also added a redock, really nice redock. And I think he has fire galleys. Okay, oh, Kylo also has fire galleys. Kylo actually attacked.
But Kylo is only just going on gold.
And there's even another tower. Funny can't really afford castle edge yet, and he doesn't have stone access. Oh, he found a stone, never mind. Oh, but Kylo has a... Look at that goat. Goose, but it's also a goat. If Kylo notices that he just lost that goose...
I mean, that is a good strategy. That's not something I've never done. Is like just left a goose on a resource, and then... You know, if that goose gets taken, I know that someone's on that resource potentially.
Yeah,
assuming like deliberate, like
yeah, especially like when you're trying to cut your opponent off from gold with everything you can do, right? With towers, with walling in, with everything. But
Kylo gonna just give up on his fish here? Because
think he wants Castle Age. It looks like it. I mean, he knew Funny had fire galleys, right? Because they defended his fire. I feel like Funny has survived this. He can click up Castle Age now in 50 food. Just unqueue a villager. Oh no, he needs a building.
and he's gonna have a.
There's a tower
fish
on the
for
wood
days.
line.
Okay, now the fire galleys are being produced.
Funny's diving that tower. The fish is gone.
And here's the castle age.
And
Come on, 70 more food. Do it.
DQ the will. DQ the will.
Oh no! No, he doesn't have the wood. He didn't get a mill because it's nomad, so he can't do a
can't
market.
Shit.
Oh, castle age is a long way off of Funny then.
Yeah. It might even be arriving same time now, right? Kylo has 5 on shoot though. He's now making a mill to take some deer right next to his TC, but probably also because he knows he needs a mill, which Funny kind of forgot, I guess. Demo ship and fire ship in that docks. But he could also redock at home. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, here's the second military building. I assume is gonna be. Is he gonna do it? Okay, there's the stable. That gets him the castle age click.
And potentially Bloodlines for the conks. Do you think Kylo's gonna go guard tower?
I don't think Kylo's gonna get castle age.
Yeah. Probably not, no. It's looking
the
good
last
for
of his
Funny
food
now.
is this ibex and the one that's tropping him back to die.
Yeah.
Kylo might call it here. Oh no, he has redocked on the left. He just not got his fishing ships to work.
Yeah, it's gonna lose that tower on the woodline as well.
Oh, but he's got a villain inside. He can just spam repair it if he wanted to. Then he ran. Yeah, there was a vill like inside the same tile.
Okay,
Oh,
I thought
Kylo.
Funny was gonna counter tower now. That's an outpost.
Kylo must have sold a lot to get castle age.
What does an outpost tell you when you're Kylo? Oh, Kylo doesn't see the outpost. Never mind. But I mean, it's pretty clear what's gonna come up, even for Kylo as well, right? There's a click up by Kylo. He is only 10 seconds behind Funny, but he's also 700
how much did he sell?
stone behind.
He must have sold a lot to get that castle age.
Can you actually see that? No, you can't. Barracks now coming from Kylo, but yeah, the castle's gonna be up, right? In 50 seconds. Funny had the outpost. Okay, there's a tower. But they could go around and just drop it left side of his TC on the gold and the TC.
Kylo needs to do a better job of walling in these towers.
You want to finish it and then wall it in, but yeah, Funny's on it with all the villagers now. They're also in position to drop the castle. And it's Persian TC, but still, it's just one TC. It's sudden death. There's the castle age. Funny's gonna will fight it out first. I mean, the walls are there to defend the castle, maybe. There's the castle though, and yeah, nice walls around it. That's fully walled from this side. A tower, but it's a Spanish castle. Not too many villages working on it.
There's only 5 vills working on the castle. Yeah. Well, 7 now. Yeah, he knows he needs more.
It's also denying the tower a bit. 50%, 60.
Now at this point, as Kylo, you buy stone, you sell everything, buy stone, and you go put the castle on his base. Like.
Yep. And make petards and be quicker than the Persian TC, right?
I don't think he can reach that TC. But there's a petard, okay.
Yeah, but he needs 8.
Tower.
It's a Persian TC.
The
tower is kind of beautiful that it's next to the castle because there's no murder holes. He's battering it down. What is the castle shooting at? Oh no, it is shooting at the... What is the castle shooting at? Nothing, right?
Nada.
Tower on Funny's TC. I mean, Funny's TC is under fire of 3 towers.
Only 2,000 shots to go.
Well, but there's, I mean, yeah, there's villages in the tower though.
Okay,
Kylo's
that's a
going for the
good play
tower
by Kylo.
Funny's doing a castle to defend that. The only thing saving him here really is it being Persians and just not dying to 4 petards. It is not in range, and so. And yeah, now he let the petards out and then he noticed, no, I need more. I think he wanted to let the villagers out. Now get another crazy Nomad game here, right? You also casted a camera against the call set with me.
I don't know if we missed this, but Funny has no food income from fish anymore. Kylo must have won water at some point.
No, I think they're just idle.
No, look at the health. Like, they've all been murdered real good.
Yeah, true. And that's a problem for making petards, really. But he gets the castle up. That castle should kill at least 2, but I don't think it's gonna kill the tower with villages in it. Funny has so much gold though, he can just buy the petards. Oh, he doesn't have a market because he doesn't have a mill. He can't make a mill, he can't make a market, he can't buy. Shit, and Kylo's stonewalling in the GC. Stone gating in the TC. Funny really needs a market, he has so much gold.
Funny is about to lose his only fishing ship that's actually at work.
Yeah, he needs to retask those. The bells are ringing, telling him to go to work. He's on Kylo's docks, but Kylo has fish at work.
Mangonel be able to reach that TC from under the tower?
Okay, there's a conch now. From under... Yes, I think would. For Kylo, you mean, right?
Yeah, for Kylo, yeah.
He's going archery range. Yeah, siege workshop could have been a good idea, but he kind of has gold income problems.
Oh, it's happening.
Kylo's gold income.
There's a market. There's finally a market. Kylo is mining gold behind Funny's base.
Oh, yeah. Funny still doesn't know about that gold. That's hilarious. The conch is killing some villagers.
That TC is going down pretty quick now.
Yeah, that's villagers in 2 towers. Oh, well, it's only 1 in the other one. He should shift 1 of the villagers in the left tower to the right tower, because the 5th villager is actually not adding arrows.
He should just get archers and put them in the towers. Like, he's got an archery range right there.
Oh yeah, true. There's 2 skirms in it. They could all.
That conquistador is on a killing spree.
Ah, petards are being produced again. Hey, we are! We are in the semifinals. Welcome everybody. Thanks for the raid, man. And we do have sudden death nomad, so whoever TC dies first here is gonna lose game 3. It's very exciting. Thanks a lot for the raid. I hope the casting did go well today of the IRI tournament.
God, Tower, you called it.
More Rex today. God, Tower, yes, we do have. And it's nice, right? It should help him.
Does it help?
Does it more damage?
Does it do any more damage?
I'm questioning it. How many petard count? Okay, we're closing in on 8, but we need 3 for the gate as well. God, that's gonna be close.
That's not enough, Funny. You know it. You've done this a billion times.
Yeah, but did he show them? No, Kylo can't see them.
Yes, another tower, but I don't think that'll reach.
Yeah, doubtful. No,
7
he's going in!
petards.
Funny, what are you doing? It's a Persian TC! There's walls around it! I mean, there's no villagers, but that's not enough petards. Yeah, it's only like half HP, because 3 for the gate, 4 for the TC are normally, but you need 8 for Persian TC. And now Kylo knows what's coming, right?
Yep, Kylo's gonna go spend his stone and rebuild that gate, I suspect.
And repair the TC
Now we
probably.
got machine gun of towers shooting that TC.
Oh God, Funny, why didn't you think it was Persians? Well, no real wood for Kylo to repair. True, it's only 50 wood. Funny has 1,000. He can repair his TC against the machine gun towers for ages. I will heal you. Welcome. And now he's building the gate again. I can't go out with 4. Oh, he will need 8 petards again. That's so frustrating. But I think the repair villages are not in range of the machine gun towers. So, and he has 1,000 wood, so Funny can repair his TC for a long time. Oh, it's actually going down quite quickly. Did he put his fish to work? He did.
Yeah, Funny's fully back on war now, I think.
Yeah.
Bill count is
600?
nigh on identical somehow.
It was a super crazy game for all of you guys who missed the start of it. Like, Kylo was walling all the resources of Funny, he was towering hard. Funny eventually made it to the castle edge, dropped the TC, dropped the castle, but it was not on the TC.
There's the siege workshop.
Didn't go with enough petards. And yeah, the mangonel. That's what we waited on. But how is Kylo gonna afford that with 100 wood?
What, with no... No, he's gonna go for another tower.
Don't feel like the towers are doing too much. Funny can repair against that tower as well. How many petards are we using this time? 5? That's 3 for the gate and 2 for the TC. It's still not enough. Okay, never mind. It's 6. Might be enough. But there's villages inside now. I don't think it's gonna be enough. Is it gonna be enough? It's not enough. Funny Liquid. Haven't you sniped TCs with petards 100 times before? Always send more petards than you think you need. Mangonel. Okay, Funny also has a mangonel now. I mean, Funny's actually the first one to a mangonel. And that should get the job done.
Yeah,
imagine.
This is so massively over now.
I mean, Kylo gets... He has no wood. No. Can't get a mangonel of his own. 2 mangonels, okay. It's really sad to see that Funny's not winning the game with petards, but with mangonels, though. I am not happy about that. They kills the gate again. 1 petard. It's still on 1000 HP. Persian TCs are really tanky. Villagers after the mangonels, but they're in range of the castle. You can't really do much there. And 800.
Would have done? Those 4 towers could have been a castle.
Yeah, and the castle would have done it probably. The dash invasion will rush when you know it's over. Yeah, wills against siege, always a last resort. And 200 something, still 200 something. Repairers are doing work, but it's 80 wood away from dying, kind of. And yeah, all the bills go down. GG called. Doesn't he let us see the DC destruction? Okay, he does. Boom! Funny saying, GG, let it die, please. The same thought as me. Funny's most produced unit is 15 petards. And he wasn't able to get the job done with 15 petards. I will have to have a word with Funny Liquid after this set. But he does win with Spanish against Persians in a super crazy game.
Conquistador, man. That Conquistador came in so clutch.
Well, it killed like 4 or 5 villagers earlier, I think, that guy.
Yeah, it also took him off like every resource, Kylo off every resource.
Yeah, true, yeah. Kongs are OP, even when it's only 1. What a game. The KD. But that was mainly at the end, right? When all the villagers died to the castle.
Just YOLO'd.
Why
I mean,
not?
he did Kylo did the right thing in the end. He put loads of people on stone, but he should have done that 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, the machine gun towers were nice, but they couldn't reach the villagers. And if he drops the castle first before Funny has the defensive castle there, noticing Funny's castle isn't in range himself, and then it's a Spanish town center, right? 4 petards are enough. You don't need like 8 ridiculous amounts of petards thrown away. So that was actually Funny taking Kylo's home map.
Yeah.
That's not a code for game 4. Okay. I'm gonna take a very quick break and be right back.
Yeah, I'm gonna order some food.
Sounds good. BRB. Alright, there we go. Kylo gets another shot at a home map. Please don't send me a code, because he kind of forgot that. But we're finding it. And Coastal Empire Wars. I don't know if that says much. Maybe the Empire Wars part does? What do you guys think, chat? What could Kylo pick here? All the information on the tournament rules is on the Valhalla Discord. I'll add that into the Valhalla command. And I think it's start. Shimon, are you back? Socotra! Incas with Ethiopia. Empire was Socotra. Okay, let me pause. If I can. If I can! Yeah. Okay, I guess Shimon isn't here, so I guess I'm gonna solo cast this one. Let's get the music out. And yeah, Socotra Empire Wars. Let's see what's gonna happen here. We do have Funny Liquid playing the Incas and Kylo as the Ethiopians. Archery range coming up for both, I imagine, at the start. Funny might go straight Eagles. I know he likes to go straight Eagles with Incas. And yes, there it is. 2 barracks for Funny Liquid, so it's Archers against Eagles to start off with. Ethiopians should just dominate here. I would also think so, right? The Ethiopian crossbow are really good against Eagles. And I always struggled with them going Eagles against Ethio. Kinda seems hard. 2 ranges coming down for the Ethiopian player right away. And do we have some laming attempts again? It's Socotra, but it's Empire Wars. So we actually had Funny picking Empire Wars in game 2, but on Hideout. And now we have Kylo picking Empire Wars. Yeah, I've also wondered, right? Aztecs have more production than Incas? What does Incas give you over Aztecs? I guess they get Thumbring. Oh, hey Shimon.
Faster farms.
Yeah. What? No. Aztecs have faster. Okay, faster building farms. Yeah. The useless team bonus. I'm at 3 minutes something. I didn't go right fast forward because it's Socotra Empire Wars, and I thought I'm gonna miss a lot. So
3 minutes.
Yeah, kind of like 4 minutes soon. I can pause at 4 minutes if you want.
No, it's fine.
The Eagles are going in. We have 4 Eagle Scouts getting the attack upgrade. We do have the defense in. And the militia joining the party. We're thinking about a man-at-arms upgrade, but we can't quite afford it, I guess. Nice quick balls on the go though by Kylo. That will also be closed off. And now the archers are unleashed. 9 of them with full upgrades. And do you think Funny can stop this?
In Imperial Age, maybe. But he does have armor, and he does have an equal number of eagles.
Yeah.
I think he's actually probably in a good position to stop this.
Oh, it's gonna waste those though, I think. It's not a fight you want to take
3
against
base armor is pretty good.
Yeah. It's 2 damage.
Look how much they struggle just to kill
right?
1 eagle. And
yeah, I still think the faster firing should be really nice.
where are his eagles going?
They're gonna attack the third player that is playing the water civilization. You know, the blue player on the map? He has a lot of map control.
He's just checking that the third player's not doing it no good.
Yeah. I mean, he's defending both of them from the invaders from the edge of the map, so he's doing a good job. Okay, here's the big fight. Eagles rushing in. I think the Archers win. Yeah, look at that. It's not really getting hits off. Kylo's also microing really beautifully, and yeah, Funny has to tab out. It's just bad. Eagles versus, like, I don't really know what Incas can even do versus Ethiopians, really. Eagles probably still the best thing you can. Maybe.
I mean, that fire rate is absolutely lethal, though, isn't it? Like,
you probably just want to start skirm, really.
Yeah.
But then scouts can always come.
It's kind of the same when you're playing against Britons on Mayans. It's like, would you really want to open with a unit that is inferior to what you're up against? Yeah. I like the Spearman though. The Spearman's a good call. Got to keep the cavalry at bay.
Well, the Spearmen are somewhat meat shield, right? They're like, they can block the Eagles and everything. I think they actually make some sense. It's like, for example, you can counter like man-at-arms with 2 Spearmen and 3 Scouts. And it's even useful to do that against Massive. Because you can produce them faster. You already have Kylo's yeah, but Kylo's Archers are really low HP now. And ooh, Funny's raiding.
Yep.
Big time.
Now, what would you rather be raided by? 10 Eagles or 14 Archers?
I want to rather be raided by 14 Archers under TC fire.
Yep. The Eagles are a pain. Like, how do you catch them and deal with them?
True, okay. But the Eco KD is saying Kylo has killed 14 villagers and Funny's killed 3. So the Eco KD is saying I'd rather be raided by Eagles. It's only Eagle Scouts, you can probably fight them with villagers. But the Archers all go down, so Funny has a big military lead now. And now his raid could be effective.
Oh no, hopefully Kylo notices that.
What's at the top?
There's a gap in the wood line.
Really?
Oh, there was.
Oh.
You somehow zoomed
behind the gate. Yeah, I see. The way the one palisade is behind the gate? That one, right?
Yeah, there was a gap. There isn't now.
The gate is locked properly. But more Eagles are flooding in the farm eco to the south. Kylo has a bit of food. Nobody's really close to Castle Edge. Gold upgrade coming in. For the yellow player. Another Spearman. Funny's not noticing. The Spearman might get a kill on the Eagle. Yep, it does. But then Funny notices. More Archers are being made. Funny's actually somewhat in control of the game, right? Equal villager count as well. He's doing a better job spending his word.
Dead. No, there we go.
And it is 15 Eagles versus 10 Archers.
Yeah, the
right
Ecos,
now.
Everyone's got the same amount of villages.
Yeah. Yeah, transition to be really equal now. Skirms are being added. Are they stuck there? They kind of look stuck, but I think Bunny's just not moving them. Another militia! Or is it still the same militia? I guess it's still the same militia. It's just garrisoned in the TC to make it, like, last until we eventually want to attack into longswords, I guess.
He's out. He's giving him some heals.
Okay, yeah, he's really important, right? Best unit in the game. Look at that with that mighty shtick. And he's bravely going out to fight the Eagles now. Will we see the death of Joseph, the militia?
I've decided militia should be affected by Loom.
Well, he's actually not attacking it, right? It's still alive. Joseph! Joseph is dead.
Dead. See, if he had Loom like all the other villagers, it'd have been fine.
Skirms now keeping up gold. He deletes the mining camp. Okay, and then he notices he needs to rewall now. But big battle coming up with the Skirm DPS behind. I think Funny can win that. Do the Skirms have fletching? Yeah, Skirms have full upgrades as well. Some good old feudal age battles here. 5, 15.
Yeah, he needs to.
They're just
He
willing
needs to
them
keep
down.
the. If he keeps the skirm numbers down, like skirms are like the food eco for the Incas is never great because they're always on golden wood.
Yeah. That's why when they're always on the golden wood, then they want to transition to farms they can build them fast.
Yeah.
Maybe that's what the devs thought. It's a really useless bonus just for transparency. It's like affecting
It's like a
1 or 2
1%.
food or so.
It's like 1% bonus or something to the overall food income.
I think it's even 0.1 or so.
Maybe it is 0.1.
I think 1% would be actually quite significant.
Yeah, 'cause I guess
like the
it
Aztec
probably-
one is like 3% now, and
It's
close
gonna
to
fall
bonus,
off,
right?
isn't it? In Imperial Age, the more food you've got, the less you need to
Yeah.
reseed.
Yeah, true. Yeah, and Funny has the first farm upgrade, so it's less useful. Castle Age on the way for Kylo, and he did defend that, so...
But yeah, you look at the food eco for Honey, it's like Castle Age is a
Yeah.
long way away. I mean, I say that he might just buy food, but even then, I don't think you can buy that much food with
he's buying food
400
now.
gold.
He's buying food now, but if that's crossbows... I even feel like Castle Age is a mistake, but I also don't know what Funny can do. Normally he tries to go all in scouts to hope the best, but obviously Icarus can't do that.
And a single eagle made it away to tell his friends of the story of the army of archers that they're going to kill everybody.
I really thought Funny could win the fight at the right side. But that was the crucial one, I think. The other one was just, why were Funny's eagles attacking there? I don't know. But yeah, I think we're looking at a 2-2 here. Zed, 25 Ethiopian crossbows. I think he will afford Bodkin pretty soon if he uses the market. Okay, he gets both. Used the market and got both. Bodkin and crossbow. And Funny has...
Funny is stonewalling at the top.
It's not bad, but there's still a hole between the house and the Rex, no? I'd just dive once
Yeah, there
crossbow's in
definitely
here.
looks like there's a hole there.
It's not too far to dive.
I would run straight through the TC. Like,
Yeah.
ooh, double stable knights. That's very nice. That's just what Kylo needs.
It's just like, Kylo's an aggressive player. He doesn't want to drag any game out. He just wants it to end. That's the message that not those knights are sending towards me.
Still 30% away from Castle Age for Funny.
Taking the slower approach, killing the house. Funny is walling behind, but those houses won't stand long. And the knights are in as well.
The guy just came out to say, "Why are you attacking my house?" And he got a fatal crossbow for that.
No, the world isn't fair, especially not on the island of Socotra. Funny gets to Castle Age and calls the GG. Oh no, it's Funny. That's why he's not calling GG yet.
He wants those skirms dead before they get turned into elite. Oh no, he's just going for the wood.
Yeah,
This has got to be the GG, right?
this is over. We're just being really good for our predictions, right?
It's a llama shoot. That's what this is. This is a llama shoot.
What, a lamachun?
A llama shoot. You know, normally it's a turkey shoot, but they're Incas, so it's a llama shoot.
I don't know what a turkey shoe is.
And there it is.
The GG gets called. Series tied up once again. Ethiopians wrecking Incas. As we thought at the start. But I thought the fight there with the Eagles and Skirms could have been better, could have gone better, but apparently not. Funny could have taken it a bit better, I think, but probably still wouldn't have won that. And then it's just Ethiopian crossbows are ridiculous units.
Yeah,
Especially if you can't
not
go for
something you
knights.
ever- If you lose the fight against them at any point,
Yeah.
they snowball so hard.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Which is why I always open skirms, and then I get killed by scouts, and then I GG.
Yeah. Yeah, I think like opening skirms would have maybe been better, like skirms and then spears eventually. But full trash always feels a bit, right?
Yeah, it's like, why am I sacrificing my wood eco and my food eco?
Yeah, exactly. Well, it's 2-2, so not much harm done. And yeah, Funny lost his lead in the set in 21 minutes. Socotra game. Socotra Empire should be like the quickest thing you can go for, right? Oh, Funny's remembering to send codes again. Nice.
I just type Kylo in spectate game and find it that way.
I just typed Funny the last 2 times. I guess
yeah,
Kylo
I feel like
makes
the longer this goes on, playing against Kylo, I've played against him quite a lot. He gets better the longer he plays.
Yeah.
So I think it's going to be hard. I mean, I'm not saying Funny doesn't, but I've played against Kylo more than I played against Funny.
I would also say the same thing about Funny though. But I think it might be even stronger with Kylo. But I think they're kind of in the same direction on that regard. And I mean, I've always played more with Funny than with Kylo. So we're kind of complementing each other well here. Well, now I'm actually not finding it without the code.
I'm not finding it with the code. It might not be up yet, to be fair.
I also don't find a lobby, that's the irritating part.
Maybe they'd read.
Maybe. There's another code. He's not giving me a reason, but he sent me another code. And Canberra time! Let's go!
Okay, as a noob, which one's Canberra?
The one with the...
You have no idea.
With the one tile of fish in the middle with 30k food on it?
Oh, really? Wow, okay.
And the little rivers extending to the TCs?
I don't think I've seen that map, so this is going to be interesting for me.
Oh. I'm thinking about if Kylo knows what Funny's gonna do here. Kinda comes down to if Kylo saw the set of Funny against Keller or not.
Is Kylo going to pick yellow? That is the question.
Probably, right? He was always yellow so far.
I remember the days when Funny used to be red.
Yeah, true.
What a traitor to his color.
Yeah, he was always like purple was secondary color formerly, right?
There we go. It's up now.
And it's Sundeath as well. Sundeath Canberra. This is the map, and yes, we're seeing it. Oh, interesting.
Oh, no.
Kylo going for Japanese. We might see towers, right?
Again, we know how that went last time.
How did it go last time?
The towers did nothing.
Oh, in the Socotra game.
Yeah, in the no, that's in Nomad.
Yeah, sorry. Yeah, but I think it's more about the fish here. The Japanese. I think Kylo played Japanese before and he lost to Big Cook on it, I think. He won water, Big Cook ignored water, and then went for Huang push on him with Lithuanians. Oh no, that was the Lith Mirror. Maybe that's Big Cook was slower to you? No, I think that was Big Cook was Kylo. Huh, actually not sure. But I know what Funny Liquid is gonna do. But I'm gonna wait for you to see the map and find out what it's gonna do.
I want turtle ships. I want turtle ships or riot.
You might have a good chance there. A very good chance that we're gonna see some turtles.
Better yet, Castle Age Towers.
Oh, can you repeat yourself? You were cut off a bit again there.
Or better yet, Castle Age Towers.
and finally Liquid's gonna have the upgrades for free. And you mean Kylo's gonna just a Tower Rush? I don't think so.
No, I'm thinking Funny's gonna tower rush as Koreans.
Ah, okay, yeah. But then, yeah, I mean, the more range is probably... I have no clue how a Castle Age tower battle between these two goes.
Okay.
But let's find out. This is Canberra. So you do see this river connecting the TCs. It is sudden death. So whichever TC dies first, the player loses. The other guy wins. And in the middle of that is one tile of Snapper, but it has 30,200. For some reason, it is 200. Food on it. Also a bit hideout he started here, but you can also kill the Palisade Walls from water. So even more false security than hideout, I would say. You can push the deer a bit, but they're outside the gate always, and you kind of like only push one. Yeah, that's it. What do you think? How they will approach this map?
I don't know. I don't know how I would approach this map. I mean, it's sudden death. The resources are really confined. Water is important, but I feel like if you can get good feudal aggression, you can probably ignore the water.
Yeah, I mean, the Tower Rush.
I mean, you can kill fishing ships with archers on that. Like,
True. I still think the water is really strong though, right? Especially because it's sudden death, so we'll have never more than another TC. So sudden death favors fish always a lot because it's your only other villager production building kind of, economy unit production building is a dog.
nice. Do you think Funny can do this? Push the deer while trying to open the gate with a scout.
Looks like it's failing. I'm also watching it. No, just go into the gate. Yeah, like he went to the gate and then out again. He did it. So the mechanic is, if you don't know, you like the viewers, if you push that towards the palisade, it wants to go in because it wants to get normally pushed, right? And then it's always trying to go in, and then the scout has to allow it. Yeah, it's kind of making the deer suicidal. Or counting on that fact.
I want to get eaten, please.
Is he really pushing it as long as he's finishing the sheep? And now he's in a bad spot. He could have had it in a better spot.
It can't get out, right? So.
Oh, but it's super annoying if you lose track of it inside the base, and then it's kind of stuck on the wall trying to get out. And then it's super hard to push it from the wall again. That happened to me when I played this one in Banana Cup. I just gave it up and took it with long distance, I think. Well, also deal for Kylo, but even less perfect. Oh, a dock. No, scouts there with it too, protected. There's been also two theories about docking on this map. One is docking at home next to the shorefish.
Yep.
One is docking in the middle, like Funny's doing right now. And I've also seen people dock like next to their palisades and wall up the water. But I think that's still kind of you're not getting much eco-wise from it, from the walling thing.
I mean, if there's 30,000 food in there, you kind of want it surrounded by docks, don't you?
Yeah, I don't know how many. You can fit like 10 or 12 fishing. You're the expert on fishing ships. How many can I fit in that place?
I don't know, at least 50.
50? Oh yeah, with fish traps, true. I mean, actually we have Japanese, right? They have the best fish traps in the game. Or the most efficient fish trap economy. Maybe we should say it like that. Malay, of course, have the better fish traps. But the food income is more efficient for Japanese. Oh, am I doubting Malay while co-casting with Shimon? Oh,
yeah.
I'm doing risky business.
You are.
Malay, Japanese have the second best fish traps in the game, okay?
I'll accept that. Oh, here we go. Second bar. It's still early games. And there we go. Taking the shorefish.
Oh, I like it. Why it's the fastest food source in the game. Are Japanese fishing ships better on deep fish, or are villagers better on shorefish?
Yes to both.
Okay.
Or you mean, like, are you saying is a villager on shorefish better than a Japanese on deep fish?
Yeah. I don't really know how villages on Trollfish compare to fishing ships even, actually.
Funny has to be loving this.
Kylo's not... Okay, now Kylo's doing the middle dock or the... like Wally dock. Tick actually did it against me when I was playing Koreans. And they don't hold long versus a certain ship unit. No, you can start it. It's still pretty even, right? Kylo's going fuel age with 20 villagers. So, you think he's gonna go archers? Oh no, look at that. Sorry, continue. But
oh, it's okay. No, it's fine. I mean, I'd hope so.
Yeah, but there's 3 on stone, right?
That's fine.
It's gotta be towers.
Towers and archers.
Yeah. 2 militia in queue. I mean, Madam's towers can work, but versus Koreans? Funny Liquid's gonna FC, and then he's gonna have free guard tower.
And he's also on stone. And terrible timing. The scout is gonna see this.
Is he? Oh, maybe I'm not live. Oh yeah, he sees the militia. Yeah, it's very clear what's coming. So Funny can just tower here in front of the stone and gold, probably preemptively even, right? And then he has that secure. A lot of villagers forward with the tower rush as well. 5 villagers. Kylo's not doing this half-heartedly. Oh, I don't think that house would be in time. No, it's not in time. Funny really needs to start building a tower now. Oh, he can't. He's in Dark Age. He might be saved by Kylo towering that stone first. That doesn't really matter. But it's 1 minute for Funny.
Long time.
Yeah. Just Kylo's wasting so much time on this tower, even walling it in, when 1 tower next to the where he's taking resource could have ended the game. Why is the scout not scouting? I think this game is over if Kylo doesn't build that tower. Now Funny can he get that wall down? That house is down. Is he letting him build the other house? Okay, he's defending that, but now there's obviously a tower gonna come. But Funny's finally feudal age. Instant tower, please. He should have more villagers. I think Funny can defend it. 5 villagers on that one. Yeah, Kylo bails on it. Still can't deny the gold, but I think there's a second gold for Funny, and I think the stone can't be denied that way.
What's happening with the fish?
Oh, fire ship. Oh, nice stuff by Kylo. Another fire. Can't find. How far is Funny from Castle Age? Doesn't have gold income anymore. Doesn't have any buildings. Getting the market now.
Yeah, it probably doesn't have the buildings. No, Funny.
Yeah, I can't place. Okay, he's baking 2 buildings. And he can still access stone. He can still access that gold. So I don't think that. It was super close, right? If Kylo builds the like second tower before the first tower, the one directly on the gold. I mean, Funny can still rush it down. It's so close. Yeah. Maybe you would have still been fine. But now Funny's just going to that gold, clicking Castle Age. And Kylo will take quite a while to reach Castle Age. Yeah, he's cleared the fishing ships. But Funny can always redock when he reaches Castle Age.
He's already paid for himself as well now. But how much food did Funny take off that the fish?
Oh yeah, we can actually look. 500.
So that's a lot.
It's like more than half of his Castle Age.
Yep. But I'm guessing Kylo wants a dock down. Will Funny be able to dock with those towers there, though?
We can dock next to his gold, no? I think that should not be reachable.
Maybe it'd be an idea for Kylo to put another tower just close to the water to stop him redocking.
Oh yeah, that would be good. He could always run out, but I mean, I guess they never became men-at-arms, so I'm not sure if the militia can do much about that. Predictions are up, by the way, if you still want to predict the winner of this game. And another tower there. Okay, now Funny's off stone, but he can just buy 100 more and get a castle and kill this shit. Or get a safe redocking position. It's only fire ships, right? There's no galleys out to deny redocks. Galleys probably would have been nice if you want to deny docks.
Yeah, they kill docks really fast as well, galleys.
Yeah, I think Kylo, if Kylo adds galleys, Funny's probably in trouble. But you can still kind of get a castle up under the fire. There's a... Oh, the dock is even still alive. He's just making a turtle ship in his old dock. And if he gets that castle up, he will defend that dock even. Kylo not trying to add a dock in the middle, but
War
sees
wagons.
the castle now. War wagons, turtle ships. I mean, the turtle ships can't go indirectly
by
because
monks,
it's
though,
walled.
right? Unless your name's Hera.
Wasn't it Doubt?
But it was Hera.
Was it Doubt converting? Huh. I thought I heard Doubt complaining about him not converting turtle ships, but maybe it was Hera. Fire galleys certainly don't stand a chance. And I mean, Kylo can't make monks in the feudal age, so that's not too much on the menu right now. With the fishing ship eco, he also needs to transition to more farms to even reach Kylo. I think Kylo's dead. Tower rush is stopped
not dead.
by guard tower.
Yeah, the guard tower's gonna sit there and murder all the towers.
And now we just need the... No war wagons being produced. Funny's a bit short on wood.
And it is sudden death, right?
It is sudden death, yeah.
And I guess the turtle ship can kill the TC from... can it? Can you reach the TC from the edge?
It has 6 range and Tonsetter also has 6 range, so it will at least take damage while it's killing the TC. I think it can reach, but it's gonna eat the TC fire. And I don't know what wins. I mean, I think TC should win against 1 turtle. Not sure if it wins against like 3 or 4, but 3 or 4 turtle ships is a lot of resources.
I mean, I guess he could just bring a villager in. He can crack open the palisades, bring a villager in, and repair the turtle ship.
Oh yeah, true. Or we could use the best unit in the game.
Nuts.
In a transport ship. That's cute behind a fishing ship. Turtle's killing the dock also quite fast. The fire ship coming out, but that's not gonna do anything.
Kylo with the towers at home. He needs a castle.
I mean, the tower might kill... is it gonna kill the... I mean, you can fit 5 petards in a transport ship, right?
Yep.
So he only needs to kill 2 petards to not die to
So you're not gonna kill any petards with a single tower.
If he instantly garrisons the tower and the TC, he might kill 2. Hey Django, rooting for liquid, and we're gonna see petards in a transport. He rings the... Oh yeah, ringing the bell would be a good decision. But what am I saying? But I think so.
See petards ring the bell.
Yeah, why not? Fire ships that seem just to be a waste of resources. He needs a castle, really. He could have afforded a castle pretty soon if he didn't build that tower. If he gets a castle here at home, like where the Rex is, he should be safe from any water
There's
aggression.
a villager repairing that turtle ship, isn't there? Yeah, there she is.
Yeah, beautiful. And that's also the super annoying thing about turtle ships if they're getting repaired. How do you ever click on that fucking bill? You don't even see it.
You click on it with a mangonel to the face.
I guess, but turtle ships slide back at us really well as well. If they're close enough, I guess. Stone walls for Kylo, okay? Someone knows what's coming.
But can he do anything about it? That is the question.
Yeah, I don't... He can do a castle soon. Funny needs to hurry up.
Kylo
144 HP on that dock. Funny can still do war wagons to do it the traditional way if this fails, right? But
so, yeah, exactly. If Kylo goes monks, that negates war wagons and negates turtle ships.
True, but we don't see any monastery. He has a resource for a castle. He needs to do it now. I think the castle will be too late. The petards are in the transport ship. Tower's here. And yeah, just ignore the tower. Just ignore the tower. The Petards are surviving. It's over. GG. Funny does it again.
The way the cookie crumbles.
And...
Told you that wouldn't kill a single petard.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't garrisoned. I was just speculating if the tower and the TC are garrisoned, but it was only a TC being garrisoned. If the tower was garrisoned, maybe could have even killed the transport. But the strategy hasn't failed so far. Worked against Keller. Worked against Kylo. Kylo was doing the castle next to his siege workshop. Why?
I mean, he had the right idea, walling it off, but he just didn't execute it quickly enough.
Yeah. True. Stone walls, complete stone walls, right? Then you need 2 petards for the stone walls, and you can't use
An extra, a +2 on the amount of petards you need, and it's... And micro becomes a pain when there's walls in the way.
Nice one, Django. We blast, we win. Funny Liquid is the king with Tour Talk. Oh, there's a lot of Tour Talks. I don't mind them. They look beautiful. So, Funny takes the lead. 3-2 is a really important point here. And you know what happens if Funny wins the next one?
I get to eat my pizza in peace.
Well, that's true.
Yeah, but now we're... What is it? Is this Kylo's pick again? Now?
It is Kylo's pick again. Always loser pick on map and mode. But we can't repeat maps. So Nomad is out of the question. Sokotra is out of the question. Which maps do we even have left? We have Acclivity left, I think. Runestones and Islands were banned. Well, let me check what we have left. Golden Pit, Acclivity, Four Lakes. And Arena. Most created military for Funny Liquid. Petards, the best military in the game. 5. 5 fire galleys, 5 Petards. That's what it takes to make me win. That's what Funny Liquid.
Can you ever go positive KD with petards?
Oh, I'll have to think about that in the restroom. 1 second. It's a trick question, right?
Oh no.
Oh no, oh no, oh yes. What's happening?
You haven't seen the Sibs, have you?
Arena. Oh.
I mean,
Funny enough, Funny also won the, I think, game 5 in the quarterfinals with Portuguese on Arena. And now it's being used on him. You think that's a...
I mean, I knew Kylo was going to go for something like, you know, either Portuguese or Italians or Spanish or something ridiculous. But I'm thinking Burgundians, you're kind of inclined to get some monks anyway, right? I kind of like the monks.
For the relics, yeah.
Yeah.
You get food from them as well?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
or hopefully we'll just see Flemish militia.
You haven't seen the pictures yet that for the new one, Django. It's gonna be really... I'm really happy of the direction we're going. But yeah, there will be one stream where it will look everything very different. Oh, it's not being paint. Let's see if Funny can pull through here. We are on Arena. And you think the Burgundians need monks with redemption, which I hope they get?
I'm just saying, like, I don't know where Kylo is going with this, if we're going Castle Age Organ Guns, or if we're going fast Imp Faith Therias. But whenever I see Portuguese, I die to them so hard. And the only way to deal with them is a lot of monks.
Because of organ guns, right?
Yep.
Django, it's your guy that you told me that's working on it, so it's like you to blame for how long it takes, right? But it's fantastic. I'm not complaining. We could also see Fatoria Bomber Tower push, right? Isn't that also something?
Harry has done that a lot of times when I played with him.
Yep. He did it once in the last RM tournament, I think. That's where I saw it. Casted it too. I think organ guns are better, but it seemed to work really strong as well. Even though I didn't really believe it would work. But that's always Harry's strategies, right? You don't think they will work, and then they work.
Yep. I mean, I don't know where he got it from, but yeah, it definitely works.
Yeah, where did you guys get the Sicilian castle drop from, by the way? Just wondering, or did you come
Harry did it, but I don't know where he got it from. And then I kind of did it, but I managed to tweak it a bit to get eco upgrades included and actually be able to kind of boom behind it. You know, I worked out the amount of gold you basically go for before you put everyone on stone, and once you've got that amount of gold, that's enough for a siege tower, loom.
Yeah, I've always been wondering why you guys do with the Sicilian strategy, the siege workshop on the field though, and not inside the base. Because I felt like it's safer to get in if you do it like at home, and then just put the wills in the siege tower.
I mean, it doesn't really make that much of a difference. It's just less travel time. You know, you want to be dropping your siege workshop further forward because the siege tower doesn't get faster when it's got villagers in it. It's not particularly a speedy beast.
Yeah, I felt like my villagers get a kill off by scouts sometimes, and it doesn't happen if I put them into the siege tower first. But I also didn't have that much luck with the strategy, so I don't know. I tried to perfect it to be even faster. It got me to 1500, so... I just went to 1400 something with the playing meta. But yeah, it's not 1500. I see that. Predictions are up, everybody. If you want to bet, we're just talking a bit about arena strategies in general because, well, it's Arena Dark Age. It's not much gonna happen. But yeah, Funny's just gonna... Is it? Wait, let me check if it's sudden death or not.
No, it's RM.
No, it's RM. So you think Funny's trying to boom versus it? Or what would you do with Burgundians when you see Portuguese?
I'd expect organ guns. So I'd probably want to go Castle Age and Monks or Castle Age and Mango Defense, but that's still really hard to do against organ guns. Interesting.
I know you're not the one that donated, Django. Nobody would ever think that, right? And so you're being quite harsh on Kylo here. But yeah, he's not taking his steer. But sorry, go on, Jimmy.
Yeah, and still only 7 on the bar as well. Bringing the sheep in, he's not thinking about taking the deer either.
Yeah, like, you want the scouting or what? The score advantage to...
No, the scout is coming back in. He might push the deer now.
Okay, yeah. I think he's just doing it after the bar, like the old way, maybe? At least the way I did it when I was 1100. I mean, Burgundians could go full I don't know their monk tech tree exactly. Do they get all the monk techs? check.
They get a decent
looks like
monastery.
they get... Yeah, not the super expensive ones. Yeah, they get all the ones you need.
Except for Theocracy.
No. Yeah, do you really need Theocracy though when it's not a free-for-all?
I mean, sometimes. Oh no. Take the deer, not the sheep.
What do you think about the farm?
I don't understand why there was a fan. Like maybe
Enzo
after
doesn't
it's taken
either.
all the deer? Like...
Yeah, but like...
Misclick maybe, but it's in a good position to not be a misclick.
Yeah, and like there's no villager working on it, at least they're working on the deer. Stone, is he gonna... No, don't tell me it's a tower rush. He's not on gold yet he is on stone. Kylo's trying it again. It did not work both times you tried it so far, Kylo. Okay, now it's
Kylo could have got away with a single mining camp in the middle of those, right? Maybe?
I feel a little bit ugly. I'm never sure if it's enough, if it's worth the 100 wood to have less efficiency on both rays. When he has enough wood.
He'd have even
it's 26
more
villages, it's not a tower rush, it's just... Don't you normally send to gold first before you send to stone? Or am I doing it wrong?
2 gold, 2 stone, normally, is that right?
Oh.
2 gold, 2 stone. Then 2 more to stone if you're doing a castle, and take 2 from your sheep. I think.
Yeah, but Kylo sent to stone first, that was just why I was wondering. Maybe it's Victoria? But he went over 27 villagers. That is a lot. You think this is a fast imp? Also with farms? No, it can't be a fast imp really. It's not enough villages for a fast imp. Funny's going up with Rex. And...
It's 5 on stone now. It feels like it's probably just going to be organ guns.
Yeah, I think so too. But that's what you should expect. I think that's what Funny should expect, because that's what he did against Keller. And I think Keller was also... No, Keller was Bohemians, I think. Yeah. Keller... Funny won the game 5 against Keller with organ guns against Bohemians. No, you sent 2 wills on stone before 2 on gold if you want to FC plus castle. Really? Enzo is of the opinion you sent first to stone.
I mean, I guess maybe if you want a castle, I don't know.
Yeah, well, I mean, then I've also been doing it wrong. I don't know. I always send 2 on gold and then 2 on stone when I want a castle.
Yeah, I don't build castles.
I
fight like a man.
Coming. You don't build wonders, you don't build castles. Sometimes you do build wonders though. And sometimes you also build castles.
I'm not aggressive with castles, man. I'm nice with castles, alright? Alright,
You're also nice with the karambits coming out of them. So, funny, can't click up. Trying to force drop. Kylo clicks first, and here comes the liquid. Scout fight. I think Kylo wins that. No, Funny wins it.
Kylo wins it.
Kylo wins it. Should have stick with the first one.
Is he gonna let him in? Is he gonna let him in?
Huh? Is Castle Edge click? Why is Castle Edge quicker for Funny?
Because Kylo had a mill behind it, or in front of it.
Ah, okay. I just thought they said bonus I don't know about. And the problem in his build is he pushed too late the deers and he consumed food from many sources, so now he's very behind in food. Yeah, that's you pointed that out and read it too late. Kylo, get some information here. Has a scout inside the base. There is a stable. He hasn't found. Oh, he has found the stable. Let's see if Funny drops a monastery. It looks like resource-wise, it's just gonna drop 2 TCs right away. And then maybe defend with Redemption Monks. But do you think he's gonna have the gold?
No, he's clearly not on his mind to be going Redemption Monks. I mean, maybe he's just gonna go Scouts, secure the map, grab the relics, boom, Flemish Militia, win.
Organ should kind of do okay against Flemish Militia.
Really? I mean, you don't normally have a massive organ guns. You have a few.
Don't you do a massive organ guns if you go with the strategy?
I mean, yeah, but normally it's like one castle organ gun production, and you know, you very rarely get more than like 20 organ guns.
It also takes a while until you have like enough food to go Flemish Revolution.
That's true.
There's a monastery outside the base for funny. And where's the castle gonna be? Defensive. Which makes sense. Like, Kylo knows that Funny has multiple scouts, and I think he does. I can do his build with at least 3 builds and no idle times, the idea code. Okay. And so why are you then not in the top 4 of the winner bracket, huh? Why actually only top 16 in this tournament? I'm sorry. I love you, Enzo.
Enzo will respond once he is recovered and has wiped his tears from his eyes.
But he's going monks, so at least we have the first step for Redemption Monks.
And Knights.
And Knights. He just wants map control and no castle drop on his face.
And there's the Imperial
And that's
Age.
actually good against... Okay, it's not organ guns. It's one organ gun.
It's organ gun.
It's one organ gun and bombard tower, I think. Or is it elite organ gun? Because you lose late game? Yeah, okay, fair.
Now, is this just a debate by Kylo? Like,
I
builds a
have no
castle
clue what this is.
builds a castle and garrisons it. Oh no, there's a second organ gun.
But he's also not on stone, so it's not Fatoria. I mean, if he goes in for Fatoria, he would need people on stone to make the Fatoria.
Is this quite late? Like, because I feel like normally when I'm getting murdered by organ guns, it's like as soon as they hit Castle Age, they're knocking on my door.
Yeah. I feel like... I really don't know what Cat is doing. Like, it's 2 organ guns at Imperial Age. And I don't know how good the elite organ gun upgrade is, because I've never clicked it in my life.
Isn't it?
I mean, I played DM with organ
More
guns, but they're
HP.
not good.
It's like an extra 4 damage or something. This goes from 16 to 20, so it's not. Here we go.
Alright, it's 5 organ guns.
Versus 5
Against 4
cavalry.
knights. I think 4 knights win, right? Ah, knights have no upgrades. Still might win though. 10 damage. How much HP does this have? 60.
There's
Do
a
they have
trap.
armor?
Okay.
Okay, so it's organ gun plus trip. Maybe we have 2 armor. Funny has the resource for redemption though. If he wants to. Plus 3 TC boom. I didn't say it, but no.
Oh no, we can't kill the knights in one volley.
Yeah, spread
Disaster.
formation, nice work. Oh, it's not even one
He's-
knight down. Boom, and then 2 fall. It looked funny though.
Don't you
But the
resign?
knights are cleaning. And Funny's in the finals?
No, that's not worth a resign. I mean, the amount of villages might be worth a resign.
Exactly, like, army's down and we have 60 to 40. I mean, it's Imperial Age, but like, what does Imperial Age give you right now? 1 trap that you can't use?
Okay, it's not conquest. Admin, admin win.
I didn't see it because it was a thing. Funny can't just ungarrison relic, right?
No, Kylo, don't send 2 organ guns by themselves. At least put them on spread formation so they can actually protect one another.
Yeah, I know that's. I mean, knights with no upgrades are just cleaning them up. It's just not enough organ guns. Kylo, you are not Harry Boy Sam.
He could just drop. I really hope he now just changes his tact and goes Phaeteria real quick. Or drop some monasteries and get some monks out there to support.
Yeah, Phaeteria and Bomber Tower it up. It's the only chance. Play Tifa style. Where is Tifa, by the way? We are seeing Portuguese in potentially the final game of the semifinals, and Tifa is not here. You would have argued for Phaeterias instantly. Do we have upgrades on those monks? I kind of didn't look.
No, I don't think so. Well, you must be feeling very comfortable right now. Like,
yeah. And
5
I
relics,
think Kylo knows
food.
he's in a rough spot. I mean, wheelbarrow just feels bad, right? Against the Burgundian boom.
Okay, he's building some spears. That's gonna complement his very small military quite well.
So something against cavalry, right? With 3 attack plus bonus damage.
Is that Cavalier?
15, I think.
That's Cavalier.
What's Cavalier?
And Petards.
What? Petards? Okay, that's just funny saying high order, I think. I don't think that Petard is made for it. I mean,
okay.
Petards get bonus damage with a siege, right?
My guess would be he probably knows he's on 1 DC, so he's gonna take down the walls and just run in with an army of Cavalier and laugh as it all dies.
Oh yeah, that could be true. Yeah. And just ignore that. I mean, you could also clean it up with the Cavalier.
Okay, the fast Imperial is paid off. We've killed the gate. Good job.
So the gates. Yeah, also 5 relics, right? Funny's getting food and wood gold from them, so it's equals even better than its ability to count destroying. And Cavaliers in no armor for them stores. It's a very not much upgraded Cavalier. And we do have 9 against. Oh, they're straight running into the pikes. That's not good.
Those 4 pikes have paid off massively.
Yeah, see, this is a very good choice.
Doesn't need to upgrade them really, because he can rely on the organ guns for the damage.
Yeah, they're just need shield, right? Wait. Can Kylo still win this?
I'm not saying anything.
I'm like, I thought it was done, right? Now, but it doesn't react.
Like those organ guns and trebs can take down these buildings real quick. And honestly, Funny doesn't have any wood. If he loses these 3 stables, oh no, Custilia.
Yeah. Yeah, well, doing too well without armor.
Does someone want to tell Kylo that it's not sudden death?
He should have picked sudden death.
Now he's realised. Go for the stables.
No, stables are the best target. Trap Exa has stopped working. Two Corsairs aren't really enough to fight this. I don't even think Corsairs are good here, but I guess it's just for the lack of stables. We have a castle to produce, why not use it? And Corsairs get produced really fast. Being housed doesn't help Funny. Does he have redemption? Oh, he's trying to convert the pikes.
Yeah, I think this is fine. Spread formation, job's a good one. This is pretty dicey for Funny actually, because he just doesn't have military.
Yeah. Still has the Cavalier somewhere. No, they're in Q. Never mind, he doesn't have military. That's exactly the way Keller died to organ guns, by the way. He just boomed, didn't have military. I mean, Funny did military in between. It looked good, but now it's 92 versus 50. Funny just doesn't have houses. Also, now he's making stables, but he doesn't have any housing.
Don't leave the treble protected.
Oh, because they are good at sniping traps.
Because still you're good at sniping everything.
The trap goes down. That's a big win for Funny. Still not much army on the field. But the organ guns can't do too much now. I mean, they can loop around the back of the base.
There is a lot around the back of the base.
Huh?
Look at Funny's resources though. He just needs to do something with it.
Yeah. He probably
the Cavalier numbers.
right?
The Cavalier numbers
die?
are building up now.
Did his market die? I don't see a market.
I don't think he built one because he went stable for a
He
second.
went stable, let's see. Okay, second castle, that should... I mean, more to the left would have sealed the whole base off. I guess it's also a Kusi, a protection building. Which he doesn't really need, he's out of gold a bit now. Where's the gold? He can only take gold there outside of his walls, and I guess the relics. Another castle in the middle of the map for Kylo. To get the relics? To trap the monastery? I guess?
It's trap probably, yeah. Okay, so he's just gonna attack from that position now.
And Funny's not using the petards yet. They're in the north, so they're ready for busting in and killing the eco, like you said. I mean, the sound of shooting organ guns is a bit satisfying, I have to say.
Yeah, unless you're on the receiving end of it.
Oh yeah, I'm on the casting end, but that's a great end to be in.
Oh, the petards are going forward.
Let's go. Where's the horses? There's the horses. Just 2 horses though. Did Kylo see that?
Kylo has invested in Halberdier before even getting any armor upgrades.
Well. Good now. Where are the petards? Did the petards die? No. They're hiding. Yeah, in the forest. Because the organs can half track that gold up north. I can't believe Kylo's still in this game. The relics are out? 3 of them are. 2 are saved, actually. Good job by Funny to do that. Paladin! The only Sith that can afford paladins. I mean, you sometimes see it in lower elo games because they stack so many resources that they can go paladin, but it's not often that other Siths can afford it. I mean, I guess on arena it happens sometimes. Halberdier still don't have upgrade.
Petards go for the gate. Gate is down.
And here we go. Well, that's only 44 villagers for Kylo, so every villager loss is kind of heavy. Trapping the castle might go down. He's not going for another trap snipe. The one trap is still alive, but the villagers are in peril now. Actually, not getting really any kills off.
Now he's realized he needs another town center.
Just for protection. We don't need eco. We just need safety.
I'm so surprised he hasn't dropped a single faith to rear yet, though.
Yeah, would have been so easy eco, right? Now it's 250 stone. That is enough, right? For one. More Cavalier being wasted into the organ guns. But also they're under the TC. Kylo's not garrisoning. Okay, now he is, but he's down to 37 villagers against Funny's boom, so he really needs to finish Funny fast, and I don't see that. I mean, it kind of did make a lot more happen than I thought.
Let's come in, and then he might resign.
Yeah, also trap snipe, and there comes Paladin. It's the last set in the last game in the winner bracket for him if he loses. Plus, like, Paladins is cheaper for Burgundians, so it's not like, wow, they can afford the Paladin upgrade. GG. And there it is. Good luck and fun. G. Fun Electro takes it 4-2. My prediction was exactly correct, friends. And Funny goes to the winner bracket finals. Who would have thought that? As seed number 6, facing Exorcist there.
He's facing Exorcist. Ooh. Exorcist is a quality player. So it's funny. Granted.
Gonna be even tougher, but like upsetting Keller, beating Kylo, pretty good run, right?
Definitely nothing to put your nose
Hey-oh.
about.
GG, nice series. I fully agree, and so let's ask Funny if he wants to hop in quickly. And while he decides, I'll take a quick leak. Upsetting Keller? You're seat 3, he's seat 6. It's an upset, right? BRB.
Hello, Shimon.
Hello, Funny.
How are
Good
you?
game, man. How you doing?
Thank you, thank you. Doing fine. Yeah, feel good about that set. It started rocky a little bit,
Yeah.
but
Well, you've been practicing a lot, I think, haven't you? You've been playing a
yeah,
lot
I
of Age.
was more. Yeah, I was practicing Age a lot and more in theory. I was practicing for the set. I didn't really do everything I wanted, but yeah, that went well. And yeah, I was very anxious at the start.
Kylo is a good player.
Yeah,
I would be anxious playing Kylo.
yeah, he's a
Potentially
good
7
player.
games.
And I was very surprised in game 1 that the Mamelukes did that well. They were so fast, it felt like I couldn't even micro against them somehow.
Yeah, I mean, the Mamelukes, in theory, like we were like, Camel Archers should win this, surely. But then
Yeah, that's what I
watching
thought.
the fights, like you don't do any
Yeah.
bonus damage.
That's interesting because I think they're classified as Camel Archers. I know that
You were
Huskarls
doing,
do bonus damage to them.
yeah, you were doing 8 damage per hit,
Hmm. So no bonus damage, and they do have bonus damage, I'm
and
pretty
they do
sure.
have bonus damage.
Yeah.
But I felt like maybe it was
Yeah.
more a case of you just didn't get a mass. You didn't
Yeah.
get enough of them.
Yeah, and they have a better frame delay. It looked like they just shoot instantly. While my Camel Archers need to do the animation.
Yeah, we thought like the Camel Archers would win, and congrats also from my side. I'm back.
Yeah, thank you.
Very well played. But apparently the Camel Archers don't get bonus damage, right?
Yeah, and I built a forward castle, which was so stupid. I never do
Your
that
cast
normally.
is bad.
We were
Yeah.
debating it. We were like, the best place to like, he's in the lead at this point. He should just build a castle in his base.
It's
Mass
always
more
in
Camel Archers.
yeah, it's always in game 1 that I don't feel like I'm in the lead, and I do stupid stuff. I felt behind for some reason.
What? Why?
I guess because the fights were bad. I don't know.
Hmm.
I felt
Yeah, you
like
had
I
way
might
more
be
eco though.
behind. Yeah, I should have known that. And
And then he
it
just
was
lost the 15 villages on that castle, and then he threw in another 10 and lost them too.
the most annoyed thing for me was that I sniped 2 villagers without loom, and he does the same right after that. Oh,
Yeah. That was like
that was so
really good
annoying.
start, and then it was also so dumb, right? Because you were next to that castle, you can still see dead villages.
Yeah, I didn't
And
think
you
it would
just had to
happen.
pull them back to the castle, and it would have killed the scout.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it was interesting because Kylo queued up Loom after his, I think it was Castle Age.
Yeah.
I think he went fast castle and he had Loom queued up straight after it. And I think you did something similar. So all your villagers were just running around vulnerable to scouts.
Yeah, on Regicide it's that way because you start with 0 gold.
Yeah.
So you can't really afford it.
Yeah, if you want to FC, you always get it after. I also think
Yeah.
so.
Yeah, you just need
But
a
yeah.
quick wall of stuff, but yeah, you're not supposed to really lose fills, but it happens.
Do
Yeah,
you
game
feel
1
like
was
the game ended when you failed the castles, or like? Because I thought you were still ahead so much.
yeah, I really wanted to get that up still, and then transitioning into Imp, just the Camel Archers did so bad. Felt really
Yeah.
good, and he got Elite Mameluke very early, and I didn't notice. I was wondering why they were so good. Also, I'm pretty sure Oh no, I didn't forget Bloodlines. That was the hideout game that I forgot Bloodlines. Never mind.
Yeah, for a long time, man.
Yeah, no, no,
But
I
like,
noticed very late.
I saw you were trying out everything, right? Did you even click the Man-at-Arms upgrade at some point?
Yes. Was there a pause, right? There was a pause at one
Oh, I
point
don't
for
think
5 minutes, and in that pause, I'm like, okay, what unit do I make here? There's
No, that was
so many
hideout. That was
Arbalests.
hideout. Oh, that
Oh,
was
you're
no.
talking
I
about
meant you
hideout.
got Man-at-Arms in the Regicide game.
Oh yeah, at the end, I thought Mamelukes are so expensive on gold. Maybe he's gonna run out of gold, and then he's gonna transition into trash. I don't know. I was already dead. I didn't know. I thought you were talking about the hideout game.
Hi, Ted Frick. This is the semifinals of Valhalla Mixed Tournament. Just ended. We're in the winner interview. I'm just showing some highlights while we talk. I want to see that castle drop fail again.
No, we don't. 99.52%. We don't want to see it again.
Oh, it was so annoying.
And then you try it again, right? But yeah, I think solution would have been camels, in my opinion, for the Mameluke.
Yeah, that's what I thought. I tried to transition into camels. Didn't really
But then
work.
you just never had the food eco for it.
Yep.
Or at least it didn't look like you had the food eco for it.
Exactly.
Yeah, you even got heavy camel, right? Only to
Yeah,
never
I
make a
got
camel
it.
after that again.
I got it, but yeah, then I didn't make camels. Mamelukes, very good unit, but it probably has some bad matchups though.
And you were missing armor for a lot of the game as well in your Camel Archers.
I didn't think armor meant that much there.
It wouldn't have meant that much, but I think it would have meant the different, like a 10% difference in casualties.
Yeah, perhaps. I thought like they have bonus damage anyway. I don't know how much one armor does. But yeah. That was an issue. That was a rough game. After that, I was pretty nervous. I thought, okay, Kylo's better than I thought, because that was... I really needed to win what map 1, because I felt like... I don't know if I could win all his own maps. I don't know what he's going to pick, right? But then he picked stuff that I'm fine with, kind of. He picked... What was that? Nomad?
Yep, and...
yeah.
And Arena at the end. Which is
I mean, that's
fine,
always like how you play the map pool, right? I felt like that was already your strategy against Petard.
Yeah.
Like, take all the open maps away and make them play the closed maps. And I mean, I guess there was Acclivity left and 4 legs left. There were still open map options left.
Yeah, there was Golden Pit. There's stuff.
2 Golden Pits, well.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, there are stuff. He still went Arena. I felt like maybe he is going to go Arena because that's stealing my home map and doing it RM. Because my plan won't be RM, right? It would be probably Regicide Arena,
okay. Yeah.
which is way better for Burgundians. So I was afraid he's going to take one of my home maps and ruin it, kind of. But Arena is fine. It's not like he ruined Canberra.
yeah, there was... Game 2 was Hideout, I think? No, Nomad was Game 2.
No, Game 2 was Hideout.
Game 2 was Hideout, okay.
My home map, yeah. And that was a rough one. I went with Empire Wars, which I thought would be very good for polls. Very good.
Yeah, what did you think about when you saw Bohemians?
Oh, I wasn't sure. I really wasn't sure. I thought maybe Monk Rush, maybe Fast Imp, maybe Hand Cannons. And then I saw the Archer ranges. I'm like, I was scared it was Fast
You
Imp.
saw the 4 Archer ranges, like, this is awfully suspicious.
Yeah, I thought this is probably going to be Archers, but why 4? I'm like, oh my god. And then I made the Cav, and I forgot Bloodlines.
Yeah. And he had chemistry, right?
So
the chemistry
yeah, he got
was
chemistry.
really good.
Yeah, the chemistry was very good, and I just couldn't do anything. Usually, Sakhla privileges, whatever it is way better than Archers.
You're trying to speak it even. Isn't it
it's way
like
better than
Tick
Archers,
Legacy?
usually.
Ah, no, you're talking about the other one. Yes,
not
Legacy. That was the Imperial one.
Yeah, it's supposed to be good against Archers, especially on Empire War settings, which you could afford it really easily, right? After the Feudal Age. But
the Knights, yeah. Yeah, no, Bloodlines hurt, and the chemistry is really strong.
it wasn't enough, yeah, against chemistry. But I just waited, because I'm stonewalled and I have a castle, so I don't really care that much. I just try to raid him. And then I the Winged Hussar was supposed to work, but I didn't expect that many archers.
Yeah, I think
So many arbalests.
Like, as you say, Winged Hussar, in theory, you should just decimate him. You get bonus damage against his archers.
Yeah,
You
but
got
not if he has
trample
200 of them.
It was only just over 100, actually.
Yeah.
And I was just waiting for him to take into Halb. I thought, if he goes Halb now, you're going to be in a predicament.
Yeah. That's why I teched into Onager. I'm like, that's gonna counter the Halb if he makes them a little bit. And luckily for me, Pole's got Siege Engineers, just less patch, so. It
Oh,
was
that
a
was
decent
added to
choice.
them? Why did Poles need a buff? Huh?
Because they
Because they
didn't have an
performed
answer to
so-
Archers. Yeah.
They performed so poorly in what was that tournament that they did? Oh, I don't know. There was a recent tournament and the Poles like lost almost all the matches. But that's because no one went Obook.
Yeah, the Obuk is very strong. They did nerf it, and then they buffed the Siege Engineers. They nerfed the training time. I would have gone Obuk later if he added Hal, but he never did, so.
No.
And he was
Did
already
you
dead
think
at that
about
point.
cutting the middle? Shimon was rooting for it, and
Oh,
I was
yeah,
advising
yeah.
against it.
Yeah. I think I forgot at the end. I thought, yeah, but I didn't think the eco was there for some reason. Was it there?
Not really.
Because I was
Later
inside
on.
with some scouts, and I didn't see much eco, so I already had access to the base. That was
He didn't have too much eco. You kept a good part of raiding the outside bases of him, so he didn't
Yeah.
have too much eco. He just had 100 obelisks.
How did he afford that? I still don't get it.
Huh? It's
Because
not
he had
on
no
food
eco.
much.
Everyone on wood and gold.
Yeah, I'm not an archer player, but it always amazes me when I see the amounts of archers people can make.
Well, but well done in the end, and then we go to Nomad, which was probably the craziest game of the set. if we don't count Canberra for the simple reason that we've already seen it, right?
Yeah, we've seen it a few
Um,
times.
That Nomad game, funny. You know what I'm gonna say, right?
What are you gonna say?
How many
The
times? Have
Why
you played
go
Sudden-
in?
How many times have you played Sudden Death, Funny?
Oh,
Yeah.
a lot of times, and every time I always forget that Persians have double HP. Every
Yeah.
time. The thing is, I didn't even notice. Only after the game, I'm like, why didn't it kill it? I'm like, I thought the walls were blocking somehow. I wasn't sure what happened. And only after the game, I'm like, oh shit, it's
It
Persians.
was mathematically
Godoy.
possible. Only 3 for the gate. You said, I think you even said 7 or something. Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
it made
I
sense.
took, yeah, I sent 7, 2 for the gate, and I thought 5 for the TC is fine. And it just didn't go down. Yeah, I forgot about that. I guess he picked Persians because it's also good for sudden death and also good for Nomad. But the tower rush thing, I think, was meh. I don't know what happened in the game. You probably saw, but how was the ecos? Because I had a lot of
Even.
idle time. Even?
You were
Well,
basically on
right?
like 30 bills, but the only difference was Kylo had all of his
Oh.
bills basically garrisoned in a tower.
Yeah, thing is, I'm trying to kill his town center, and 1 second later, I'm like, I almost had a heart attack when I see my TC burning next to 3 towers. I'm like, what? How did that happen?
Yeah, I had like a lot of. They had these 3 machine gun towers, but I think archers might
but
have been better.
it doesn't really do anything to town center.
No, like if those 4 towers were a castle instead, that would have been a much
Yeah.
bigger problem for you.
Yeah, for sure. Also, petards could come out. It's very scary.
Yeah.
And I'm Spanish, so.
I'm really angry at you though for killing the castle, the TC in the end with mangonels and not petards.
I couldn't.
So
it didn't work.
anti-style.
I thought the walls were blocking something. I didn't know why it's not working. So I had to make mangonels.
We made 50
I made, like, 2
petards and still
Kongs.
couldn't kill the TC.
Yeah, I made like 2 Kongs that game, which were helpful as well.
Yeah, the Kongs were really good. I think they wrecked the eco, right?
Sudden death is weird.
Well, that conk came in so clutch.
Yeah, and he lamed me a lot. I was upset a little bit. I just ran to a different resource, but
Hi,
Yeah, I
Kylo.
called that at the
GG
beginning.
squared set. Kylo's in chat saying, well, GG, playing mixed stuff against the main mixed stuff players. So awkward. I don't know what to pick. I respect that you also picked stuff like Sudden Death, Empire Wars, right? You both went through
Yeah,
all the modes, kind of.
I was surprised he didn't pick only RM. Because that's what I was expecting. That's why I really wanted to win game 1.
I think through the
Imagine
whole
if he went
tournament,
Sudden Death.
Kylo's been picking crazy stuff as well.
Imagine if that arena one was sudden death.
Oh, that would have been terrible for me. Just terrible. Probably not Burgundians though. What was the 4th? How many? Oh, we didn't play 7 games, right?
Yeah, when my heart was running so fast, was near a heart attack in the Nomad game, Kylo? With the petards? Or when The Socotra Empire was, or completely forgot we also had that one.
Ah, right. Oh, that was terrible for me. I tried going Eagles. He massed a ton of archers, and that was my best mistake.
Yeah, do you think Incas can't do anything with Ethiopians? I think it's a super rough matchup.
Well, yeah, it's a rough matchup.
Not
I think
early
just,
on.
yeah, I think just not go into Eagles. Like go into skirms and wallop, try to get to Castle Age, but he's still gonna be there before me, so very rough.
No.
Yeah.
No. Yeah, that was just rough. I don't have
Yeah.
in game and 1 and 2. Okay.
Yeah, but I was happy just taking one game out of his home map, so that brings me back to my home maps. Now I could
Yeah.
win
Mhm.
if I just win my home map. So I was happy winning Nomad.
No.
And that's fine. Then what was the next one? Oh, Canberra. Canberra is just Canberra. We already know. It's not
Yeah.
special. I'm
Like, I
assuming
just want to
Kylo
ask
didn't know.
Kylo in chat if he knew the strategy or not. Kylo's in chat,
I'm
so
assuming
I'll
he
hope
didn't. I'm assuming he
understood.
didn't.
Yeah, it looked like the standard. I mean, the tower rush. If he just places the tower next to your stone and gold there, then he denies all your stones. But it was like, or like not next,
Yeah, he was
but so that you
waiting
can't
a
see it.
lot.
And he made a tower on the secondary stone first, or on the more forward stone. I think that was the crucial mistake. Otherwise, you could have maybe won it there with the tower rush.
I also think just making a few fishing ships. Like, he didn't make any, so I was already a little bit ahead at the start.
Yeah, 500 food was your advantage from that fish.
Yeah. So not making fish, especially as Japanese, it's like, it's probably not the best strat.
No.
And
Kylo says Petard's ship, yeah, but haven't thought it's coming. Well, it's not only just Petard's in the ship. I think the strategy is more about FCing into a castle that secures you your turtle ships a position and then get the water with turtle ships, and kind of doesn't matter too much what you do after. Right?
yeah, just Petard is the fastest way to finish.
Yeah.
And there's not much counterplay.
FC minute 20? Well, you were tower rush again. Kylo's criticizing your FC.
Ah,
What's your
yeah.
response?
Yeah, I had to move. I had to put more on stone in feudal age because I had to build towers and a castle later. Yeah, it's rough. I went 20 minutes FC. Happens. Also, this map, you can't really have deer, right? I barely Lord one.
You were there
Yeah.
with we watched it.
Yeah.
It was better than Kylo's one though. Kylo's one was further, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, also no one.
And yeah, Canberra's Canberra. Once you have the turtle ship and the water control, there's not much. And at the end, I saw the mini map. He tried to build a castle.
He built a
somewhere.
castle up north. I didn't understand that castle at all.
I think, yeah, if he doesn't expect transport ship, I think that's very good because I can't really do anything to him if he stonewalls that much. So he could just, I don't know,
If he would be
maybe
like fully
snipe.
stonewalled, yeah, and then like
maybe
make
snipe
traps
my
and
town
snipe the
center.
TC, right? Yeah, that was probably
Yeah, but he probably wouldn't have gone to him before me without push. So
No.
and guard towers defend everything. So
Yeah, guard towers are super handy for Koreans.
maybe with rams he could have pushed and killed the town center. But transport ship is just too fast.
Oh, agreed. And then yeah, you already commented on you were happy he was picking arena, right?
At the end, no, I wasn't happy. I was afraid I'm not gonna be because it's one of my home maps, arena. Just not in RM, so I wasn't really happy he picked arena.
Okay.
But I still went with Burgundians, and they're just very strong. So
Yeah. And like, did you think at all about your game 5 against Keller when you saw the organ gun play, right?
yeah, but it's not the same. You don't start with a castle. It's way weaker. You have to build.
Oh,
the
that
castle,
was
so your-
Regicide there.
Yeah, that was
against Keller.
Regicide.
Ah, I didn't remember that. Okay.
So
yeah.
your eco is way behind if you go castle. So just made a few knights. I expected organ guns when I saw the castle. I just made a few knights. Managed to delay it a lot.
Should have picked slabs? Yeah, siege tower play would have probably been nice.
Yep.
Or
Siege tower
Aztecs
with
like Harry
what?
does it, right?
Longswords. Yeah, I guess. but
Slabs is siege tower longswords, yeah.
probably still make knights. My plan was to make some military at least. But yeah, if I don't see the siege tower, I'll never know what's coming.
No. Yeah, you saw the castle, right? Did you?
Also, my fast castle was a bit weird because I clicked up too early, so I just got all the eco upgrades. That was fun. I was in Castle Age pretty fast and was such a good eco. So happy.
Yeah,
the build
we
worked
had a lot
out.
of resources at the start of Castle Edge. I noticed that you
Yeah,
could instantly drop 2
it worked out
TCs
so
and
nice,
stuff, so.
even though it wasn't supposed to be like that. Half fast castle.
Yeah. So Kylo, your plan was bombard like. What's the imp? We were a bit wondering what the imp does. It did a lot more than I thought.
I was
I
expecting
was like, this is
Fedoria.
over when you had that, and we were also talking about Federias.
I was sure it's
There
gonna be
times
Fedoria.
where he had the resources to drop a Faderia.
When I saw
It
fast
just never
imp,
happened.
when I saw the imp, I was sure 100% it's Fedoria. But it wasn't there apparently.
No. Were you worried about the organ guns at some point?
No. No, I had a castle, and it's gonna take so long. And my eco was so good, I just need to mass the cav.
Kylo
And
forgot
also,
Fedoria exists. Kylo, you should really be on my channel more, then people won't make you forget
Yeah.
them again.
also, I was also planning on pressing the button at one point, so I wasn't really afraid. The Flemish Revolution.
I was hoping for that.
Yeah, I was
Oh.
hoping for that too. That's why I had 4 TCs at the end. I was making more hills, but
Yeah,
didn't
that's.
happen.
I noticed there was one point where Kylo was doing decent damage. You had no military, you were housed, you had no production building, or very few production buildings. And I think if Kylo would have put his foot back on the gas at home and he built more villages, built more TCs, he could have come back into the game.
Yeah, probably. If he makes more eco, right? Also, when he kills my TC, I'm like, oh, thank God it's not sudden death, because I would have been dead now.
Yeah.
Probably not, because you have more military. You don't boom, but yeah.
Yeah, we talked about that too. But yeah, well played. You did it.
Yeah, very happy to be in the finals, and we'll see if I could beat Ecstasis. He's probably the best player here, so. Seed number 1, right?
Seed number 1.
Yeah, that's gonna
And
be
like 18 to 1900 RM.
Yeah.
But do you think you have a chance?
Maybe. I don't know. It's also a best of 7, so it doesn't really change much. I think the grand final is a best of 9, but
Yeah, the grand final is a best of 9.
okay. So yeah,
Kylo
let's
says
see.
he's
Maybe
2K.
he's 2K. Wow.
Right, you won game 2 and 3, Kylo won game 4, and then you won game 5 and 6, right? That's correct. Just
Yeah.
doing the brackets.
Indeed.
Alright, yeah, congrats. Already secured top 3 in the tournament.
Thank you.
Looking forward to your games against the Exorcist.
Mm-hmm.